Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Oh, light the beam indeed. Welcome to a different version of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. I am your host, Sam Freas. We are going to be intentionally massively distracted tonight because we're going to just turn this episode into a bit more of a watch-along hangout as we watch the first round of the NBA draft here. As we kick things off, we're looking at the Brooklyn Nets with the pick in. We'll see who they take here before we do formal introductions.
We got the vampire from Transylvania calling the pick right now.
Dude, he just gets, they took the BYU kid, the Russian, Igor Dimin.
Oh, Igor. Of course. Aren't they owned by the Russians?
Not anymore. He had his fun for like 3 years, lost $200 million.
And then sold to
and
Jay-Z.
then sold, yeah, and then sold.
Yeah, that's right.
He broed down and cashed out. That voice you hear, of course, is the Cap. Back in the room with me, along with another individual in the room off mic who I see brought a nice fat book to read for the next 2 hours. As we talk about the NBA draft, we are joined by the roommate here in the room already. I think tired of our shtick, but
she is excited about this draft. She was talking all
dude,
week.
You wouldn't believe the hot opinion she has about Jeremiah Fears and him falling to 7. How that might be the steal of the draft. No. Also, as always, we got LG running the mothership here. As we stressed him out with all these last minute ideas, and yeah, I could tell the stress level was rising. Well, let's.
You're not centered. Get centered, man.
Well, if you notice, we went on about 2 minutes late for the first time in show history.
Yeah, we did make history. We're making history in multiple ways tonight. We're making histories. I'll show you to prove how organic this episode is going to be. Here's Monday night's run sheet.
Yeah.
And here's where tonight's run sheet would have been. I didn't even take anything down because I want
mailing it in.
Yeah, well, one of us can't mail it in, but I figured since we have, look at Sean Bradley going second overall in 1993.
Look at that neck. It just is the same size as his head. It's like a big old eraser.
Yeah, he literally looks like his Space Jam character. Like he looks exactly like the Space Jam cartoon version of himself. LG, tell the good people. I see we picked up a few. We're still slowly driving to 500. Our mustache and beard.
That guy was in Space Jam? That guy was in Space Jam?
Oh, yeah. Sean Bradley was in the first Space Jam.
Still never saw it.
How have you never? Okay, hold that thought. LG, tell the good people how they can help us out here. How they, where to subscribe, how to help.
Right. Hit that button that's right there on your screen down below. If you're on a phone or if you're on a computer, it's there as well. Click it. And the like button helps us out as well.
You must click it.
You must click it or ticket.
Get a ticket.
Yep.
Yeah, the
notifications are cool too if you want those.
I was bad. I didn't realize I hadn't been liking the videos myself, so I fall on the sword there. I'm now doing my part to help us out
nice.
with the algorithm.
It helps let YouTube, Google, Alphabet know that we're doing a good job.
We have to comment. That supposedly gets us a bigger radius.
Yeah, you got to interact.
Yeah, that.
But not on Facebook. Y'all never find out who I am.
You know what? Since we're doing it like this tonight, I'm gonna hop into the chat. And see if we get anything.
Here we go.
Oh damn!
Who we get? The big. Oh, is this Igor?
What?
Yeah, that's Dimmon shaking hands still.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we're going to go back and, obviously talk about the picks that have gone down so far. I mean, at this point, all eyes are looking towards pick number 14 to see what the Spurs are going to do there.
I don't get my nipple.
No, Knipple shot up the board. If you had told me he was going 4th overall at the beginning of the NCAA tournament, I would have bet considerable amount of money.
If we rewind to like when we first started talking about the draft, you had him right at like an 8 or 9.
I thought potentially
you had him at 8 or 9.
I thought he potentially might be a guy that the Spurs
that we might get.
have to, if you could move up from 14 to 10, if Knippel's there, do it. I thought that was his original range. And I think, it wasn't until the last 10 days, 2 weeks where Vegas started kind of setting the the odds of him being outside the top 5 were less of a chance than him being picked in the top 5. Yeah,
we're on the alternate one with Perk.
Okay, yeah. So
you got the 2 options. You want to hear Stephen A. or you want to hear Big Perks.
Why couldn't they just put them on the same broadcast and then just give me Bob Myers for 3 hours? Bob Myers and Jay Billis the rest of the night. Jay Billis having to sit there and listen to Perkins' terrible basketball IQ. That's Jay Billis.
Oh, that's Jay Billis? Okay,
Duke legend.
I'd take him.
Yeah, Jay, I'm glad ESPN forever wouldn't use their college guys on NBA broadcast. And over the last decade or so, half a decade, they've started using Jay Billis more and more for NBA coverage, which I think no one knows no one at ESPN or that sits at a desk, besides an actual draft analyst, no one knows these players as well as Jay Billis does. So
they got the camera on Mulak.
Malawash, the other Duke player. Duke could have.
Do you think he could drop?
I think there's a good chance that's why they're showing him, because Toronto might be his destination.
Now. We'll see. Dun, 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 dun,
God, that would be crazy too, where you have the number 1 pick, the number 4 pick, and the number 9 pick, all from Duke.
All Dukies.
And they, how did that team not win a national championship? I mean, granted, they were ahead for all but 3 seconds against Houston in that Final Four game.
No, man. Yeah, all 3 seconds. But
they were up by 14 at the 8-minute timeout, I think, or the under 8-minute timeout.
Except for that one time they had one championship in the last 15 years, kind of like Coach K's farewell one, but they always seem to go out in the Elite 8 or Final Four.
Oh yeah, that's the Duke. I mean, that's the Duke way.
Yeah.
Pretty safe bet to make I don't know, every now and then they get knocked out by C.J. McCollum in the first round. Who was it?
How you going to bring that to the draft party? Yeah, cameraman, you're blowing it. You're blowing it. If you're watching this live, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like the Matrix, the red dress.
Oh, no, the NBA draft is always fun because you see these kids' parents for the first time.
Oh,
and you all of a sudden
they're 32 years old.
Exactly,
35 years old.
Luka's mom shocked the world when
I don't think that
draft night.
Oh, that was a white girl. That's nobody's mom. That's his
Slovenian.
That's soon to be a very happy, rich, engaged girl.
Hey, where are the white women at?
And if she makes it that long.
Who is that kid?
Colin Murray Boyles. He's the South Carolina.
South Carolina.
He's opinions on him are pretty split.
I told you the Carolinas are hot nowadays. I think it's a good moving destination.
Well, speaking of, your boy Knippel doesn't have to leave the state. He stays in.
Yeah.
Here, we'll see who Toronto takes, and then we'll go back and cover. Oh, and that's who they took. Colin Murray Boyles. Okay.
Ooh, red dress. I got that program if you need it.
Man, that is such a Toronto pick. I mean, it's very not a lot of flash there.
Oh, didn't even hug her.
That's what I'm saying. You might be staring at the beginning of the
the last person to get hugged.
Saving it for last.
All right. Get her Instagram views up. We got it. Look, they even show her. Oh, look, they got the quote on. Chloe Kitts is the girlfriend. They gave us a run sheet of the girlfriend, man.
Why do we need that?
Why wouldn't we need it? When you wear that red dress to the draft, give me a run sheet. I watched Matrix the other day and fell asleep, and it was right when Neo was discovering his karate skills, and then woke up and he defeated the Matrix and went all the way through 3 movies.
Oh, you had burned through all three?
I'm just totally dead asleep, man. Dead asleep. Woke up on the recliner, and I'm like, Neo won. Oh, spoiler alert.
I think it's okay to spoil the. Hell, it was 30 years ago now.
Oh, sweet.
Close
makers.
to it. Yeah, so we're on the cusp. This 10th pick will actually be Phoenix, but they can't mark it as Phoenix yet because the Durant trade, can't officially go through until.
So Phoenix seems like they need a lot. So they might be looking for center. They definitely looking for a shooter.
Oh, Phoenix is a team that could go absolutely any direction.
Yeah.
But as you're again thinking about if the Spurs keep that 14th pick, these are, like Colin Murray-Boyles, for example. A lot of Spurs fans were hoping he might be there at 14 and be the pick. He's a glue guy. He's going to be a top 10 pick, 9th overall. But I always thought of him more as, high, extremely valuable role player at his highest ceiling.
But he's
Defensive first-minded. He's undersized a little bit.
I was about to say, like, he seems like a small forward. Like, I know, like a small forward, but a not as tall forward.
Yeah, exactly. Undersized for his position. But the you've been talking about it a lot lately.
That's not a good
emphasis
look.
on
That's not a good look. Don't do that. Why'd you ruin it?
Why even put the hat on?
Raptors. You're killing your brand. God, I'm talking more about her than.
Well, that shows you maybe how much of a reach that was at 9.
Yeah. Well, when you wear a red dress, you're like.
Timeout. Yeah. It almost makes me wonder. He probably knew he was going to the Raptors at 9,
right, with
and
the
so
colors.
she wore the red dress because we've seen that. Like the Knipple family clearly knew they were going 4th to Charlotte.
Oh,
They were all color
wear blue?
coordinated. Yeah.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think there's.
What color is the center? The center from Duke. What's he wearing? Black. That'd be awesome.
If he's there, if he's there at 14, that's a run to the podium.
I don't
think
does Portland. Okay,
I think
so
he
the
goes
people above
somewhere
us.
here.
Does Portland need a center? Does Chicago need a center? And who's right before us?
Right before 13th. So this one's Phoenix technically at 10, and then 11 Portland, 12 Chicago, and then who is that 13? Who am I missing? I'm thinking in my head.
Oh, my man Justin Gorilla marketed us. Yeah, boy.
Oh, it's the Hawks. It's the okay.
Yeah, there you go, man. He got his kids and subscribe for all of us. Took their phones.
Very nice.
Yeah, tell them we're PG-13. We're edgy.
I don't know. You were borderline Showgirls X-rated the other night.
Come here, little Johnny. Let me teach you about the strip club and how you can't touch the strippers.
Yeah, no, you were just giving life advice, actually valuable life advice. Did Shams get told by ESPN not to? He was tweeting out the picks.
Was he?
The last one he tweeted out was the 5th pick.
And he hasn't tweeted out anymore?
Unless X is broke, which I guess is a possibility. But I'm seeing everything else loading, and Shams has gone silent. Or there's a big, potential big move that he's
a trade
waiting to.
We could
waiting
get
to drop
a Giannis trade. That always might happen. I think that's going to be further down the line. Because I think they're wanting a lot.
Well, and now because the East is so, Tatum is out for the year, and the Celtics have traded Drew Holiday and Porzingis. They had to get under the second apron. Halliburton out all of next year after the ruptured Achilles. But if you're Milwaukee, you're looking around the rest of the East and saying, look, we still have the best player in the Eastern Conference. Yeah. So why not us? Indiana just made a run.
Who else could take them out, man? Maybe
the Knicks will have Cleveland. The same team. Cleveland will have the same team, barring any big moves.
But you got Giannis, who can just sit there and just get into the hole at will.
And it's not like Giannis was like pushing, really pushing hard for. for a trade.
Yeah.
It always kind of felt like it was more outside noise than actually.
I think he doesn't really care. Giannis, I think he just wants to compete and he wants to get back to the finals, and this would be the year that Milwaukee could do it with all the injuries.
Right.
I mean,
the injuries really. Oh, it's going to be Malawash. It's going to be Malawash here at 10, going to Phoenix via Houston.
Oh, well, you got the Twitter?
Yeah, I'm keeping tabs on it through there because I want to see if there's any big trades. Speaking of the hello OJ. Speaking of the YouTube
Rest in peace,
subscriptions, we're going to actually have it on we might get to it in the second hour of tonight's show, depending on how it goes. But I listened to a really interesting piece about some of the actual facts of the OJ case.
Oh my God!
I'm not saying
some like deep dive.
I'm
and
not
was like,
saying
it was Kavanaugh.
I think it was his son.
You think it was his son?
I think it was his son. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's right. I'll defend you post-mortem. No. Speaking
Why would
of
he
the
do it with
YouTube,
such
hold on.
passion?
Speaking
Such
of
passion.
because he was in love with her. I'm telling you, I was convinced. I walked away from it thinking, well, I'm not as certain.
Sir?
I'm not as certain
Sir?
as I once was. No, the YouTube subscribers, please give us some subbies if you haven't already. Hop onto YouTube, make an account. Everything's absolutely free. It helps us grow this thing. We are
like
really
that
gearing
handshake.
up for the fall come football season. We want to try to get to that 500 mark before we start doing maybe some Cowboys post-game shows or maybe some Monday Night Football watch-alongs.
Yeah.
Thursday. Oh, Malawash is crying. Love to see it.
Phoenix, man. I
I
wonder how our longtime subscriber Lonnie, how he feels about this pick if he jumps in on the chat.
I mean, I think you got to
Phoenix fan, die hard.
I think you got to love that he was there at 10.
Yeah, that's like, I think he's happy. I think you get a bonus if you're in the top 10, don't you?
Well, all of the rosters are pick
Knipple.
structured like a downsloping.
So what was
pay
up with
grade,
the Ace
depending on the
Bailey?
pick.
What was up with the Ace Bailey? He clocked in at 6'10", 6'11", and they measured him. He was 3 inches shorter.
Yeah, like a lot of these kids. I mean, you get to like my high school coach always
Did you
listed
shrink?
me at 6'1" because he didn't want anyone on our roster to look tall. So like when you're in college, you can just make up your
I got
height.
listed as 6'5", and I think I might have wore some like Timberlands that day or something.
Yeah, because he was 6'10" listed 6'10" at Rutgers, and then NBA draft combine was like 6'7"3/4" or something. Oh, look at Adam Silver actually.
Oh man, just the new crying Jordan face.
That
Get
that
out
looks
of here.
exactly like the crying
Oh my
Jordan
God,
meme.
dude, they did him dirty.
Or they did it, or he's getting compared to Jordan on draft night. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh man, born in South Sudan, Uganda. Wow, man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like he didn't even touch a basketball until he was a teenager.
Ooh, so
So
high ceiling.
Incredibly. Like he's nowhere close to what he'll be in 5 years.
That's amazing.
I mean, even at Duke last year, you could see, beginning of the season compared to where he was by the end of the year, he's still developing basketball instincts at that high of a level. When you're that physically dominant at a young age, like he was in the, African Basketball Academy, you're not relying as much on IQ, basketball IQ, and it's all athleticism. He's still, I mean, think about it. Like, he's only played the game of basketball for 4.5, 5 years.
So he's still
Like,
learning.
that was me from the ages of 5 to 10.
There's to execute a pick and roll properly or, roll off a screen to learning the zone. There's so much X's and O's in basketball. It's ridiculous. It's like one of the reasons why I never played. It was too much.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I loved it. All about those angles.
I like the mind games of baseball. I loved baseball, man. Just sit there and because I was a catcher. Go ahead and do your little drop there, Lawrence.
And you knew that was coming.
Yeah. And
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
And I used to be able to just sit there and just talk trash to the batters all the time. And like so many, like the umps knew me and they're like, "Are you ever going to shut up?" And I'm like, "Nope." I was like, "Am I saying anything wrong?" They're like, "Technically, no." And I'm like, "Well, is it illegal if I talk?" And they're like, "Technically, no." But I even had one guy, he's like, "But you're being an asshole."
Yeah. Well, it's like you're not wrong, Donnie. You're just an asshole.
Yeah. But nah, there's like
not wrong,
all
Walter.
the pickup games I would play, like they'd be like, go down to the post. And I'm like, I got no post skills, man.
Yeah,
Like, what do you want me to do? I'm just going to travel. I'm just going to like shuffle my feet and you're going to call it travel on me. I was like, just let me take some spot ups. Set some screens for you.
I would have loved to see you have like a Robert Tractor Trailer-esque post game, or like remember Escalade from the old and one.
Oh, I got like I mixed basketball with
Just
football a little bit.
Yeah, it's just bodying fools.
They called me the wall because every time I set a screen, I'd like lean in on it a little bit.
Hey, we need a roommate update. What book is that you're reading? If you're not watching the stream, the roommate is off mic,
The great
sitting here with us.
Beautiful Life.
Emily Henry. Does this one have murder in it? No murder. Okay, no murder. That makes me feel better. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Is this like is this a How Not to Kill Yourself book? No? Okay. Just checking on you.
Fiction.
Just checking on you.
check on your people?
I'm reading books on how not to kill myself, and you're telling me you're getting married. Wedding Crashers? No. Come on, man. Keep up.
Incredibly overrated movie. Incredibly. It's right there. Step Brothers the same way. Like, the highs are hilarious,
Bro.
but I don't need to watch.
You can't compare them to.
I don't need to watch 90 minutes of that.
Yeah. They could have shaved 30 minutes off of Wedding Crashers, but Step Brothers.
1000%. Oh, wait, are you defending the greatness of Step Brothers over Wedding Crashers?
Yes, absolutely. Step Brothers was way better than Wedding Crashers.
Again, I kind of feel like they're both in that same. Like, I love watching the YouTube clips.
Yeah.
But that's all I ever need. Like, I don't need to watch the full sitting. Oh, breaking news. What's our breaking news? Shams is on the screen. So he was working on. I bet.
Combo Ford.
Well, that's what they're saying. What is Shams about to tell the good people
Yeah, because
here?
we can't turn technically for reasons. We even got flagged by YouTube on our last one. We
Oh,
cannot turn
okay.
up
So
the
this
music.
is Mark Williams, the Hornets center, who the Lakers actually traded for after they traded for Luka, and then they rescinded the trade because they didn't like his medical, said it was a bad back. So Mark Williams is going to the Suns for pick 29 and a 2029 first-round pick.
Mark Williams. What position do you play?
Big man, center.
They just got two big men.
Yeah. So they're clearly setting up for pick and roll with Devin Booker. I mean, Devin Booker is going to go back to being the main initiator of the offense, and now they've got two lob big men to pair with him. This one, 11th pick here to Portland. This is a kid a lot of people wanted San Antonio to swing on, Cedric Coward. He, if you watch his highlights, he looks like a young Kawhi. Like the way he moves, the way he shoots.
We got so many scores and so many guards, man. Like,
I think with Malawash gone now, the Behringer kid is who the Spurs are probably hoping is still there at 14.
who's he out of?
He's a French kid, another Frenchie,
Ooh,
giant.
I like it.
Yeah, big man.
Vive la France!
Vive la France,
This
man.
the Cedric Coward kid he started out playing D3 basketball, something that I made it all of about 3 months doing.
3 months. I always told him
He
I was like,
started at
he
the
was an excellent basketball. He was a star in college, and he's like, hold up, Cap. He's like, I barely made it to D3.
Yeah, no, it was. I made it to D3, and then quickly realized, like, wait, no, this, I'm going nowhere if I continue to do this. It's time to actually enjoy college.
And look at him. He's wearing a chain. That could have been you.
Yeah, I don't.
What would have been your draft chain? Everybody wants to know.
Everybody wants just a giant diamond-studded Puma. I mean,
There's
come
a
on, yeah,
little
like the
Puma?
the Puma face, like the.
Are we diamond studded, not gold, but diamond
No,
studded?
I would definitely diamonds. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I would need.
It's got a bling.
I would need. Yeah, I would need it. Like Paul Wall said, like a disco ball every time I step into the room.
Oh man, that guy, yeah, dude.
Look at the way he moves. Like, doesn't he like that shot? That looks like it's so everything on balance. Very, like very young, very.
You know what that reminds? Yeah, you know what that reminds me of? The shooting coach that San Antonio used to have. What was his name?
Oh my God, Chip England.
Yeah, Chip England. He taught that like hand out to where like you do it and you just like I just always remember the hand went outwards to get that spin.
Oh, roommate, you'll be happy to know the chat is asking when Who Won the Internet's coming back. You just apply the pressure. We need a social media campaign to pressure her to get. Now it's now yeah, she's in. Now that you're done with grad school, that was kind of the real pressure point for the last the last 2 years, but the last 6 months was the final classes of grad school, and then it's your travel season too. Yeah, so yes, she reminds me frequently. She is a master now.
She is a master. She cracks that whip. Slavery.
I was thinking more. Swing related humor. Oh yeah, it's funny. The roommate can't hear anything. That's great. Oh, that's
zero
great.
filters on this episode.
I could just. We can say whatever the hell we want. Like the ghost tour from I Think You Should Leave, the great Tim Robinson show. It's like, but you said this was the adult tour, and we could say whatever we wanted.
This is a safe space.
I don't understand what I'm doing wrong.
So,
all right, so we are closing in. Bulls are picking at 12. Let's go back because
what's up with the Arizona kid? I saw that's a center.
Yeah, no, he's more like a swingman, Carter Bryant.
Okay.
He's more, think of like Andre Iguodala.
Oh, okay.
Same kind of archetype as that. Going back to the beginning, though, obviously we started at 8, but the draft started at 7. No surprises in the first 2 picks. I mean, I feel like
I wanted Nico to Nico, but, you know.
I think everyone, even some Mavs fans that I know wanted Nico to do something stupid again just because they're never going to.
They're the whipping boy now.
Yeah, they're never going to get over the great Allman Brothers. They're never going to get over, the Luka trade. So now they were hoping Nico would do something else to F things up. But no chance of that happening. Cooper Flagg goes 1. We're not going to spend a lot of time talking about. I mean, he looks like right now he should be going to his high school graduation, and instead he's the first overall pick in the NBA
can't believe
draft.
That kid's only 18 years old. Man.
He was the main player of the year as a freshman.
Yeah,
a high school freshman before he ends up leaving Maine after his junior year to go play for that Montverde, also where Cade Cunningham, a recent 1-1 went.
I guess let's run through.
But number 2,
Dylan Harper, no surprise.
No, it felt from reporting, it at least sounded like the Spurs were still listening. People were trying. I mean, we were
listening, but
people wanted to move up to that number 2 spot.
You had to give us something good and young.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think. I mean, nothing ever came close.
That sounded awesome.
Nothing ever came close to even having them consider for a second.
Tell me about this VJ Edcombs from the 76ers, because we all thought Ace Bailey was going to go there, but with all the off the court thing, they shied off. Him not doing the combine, but I don't know who this. I don't know who VJ Edcombs or what.
Edgecombe, missed out. Yeah. So he's a Bahamas kid. First of all, he's played 1 year last year at Baylor,
right near the beach.
Yeah, think of a serious potential like Dwayne Wade.
Wow.
Yeah, Oh
Okay.
yeah, he's legit.
So he's got.
And I
jump.
wouldn't say it's surprising that that Edgecombe went before Bailey. I would, having watched as much college basketball as as I am a sucker to enjoy.
Yeah.
There was very, very serious, as the roommate and I were watching random Baylor games throughout the year, I kept saying Edgecombe might be the guy that goes number 2 as good as he looked last year at Baylor. I mean, but you said you've been saying this whole time Dylan Harper would have been a number 1 in the last 10 drafts. Now, at this point. But I'm saying watching the games, I watched way more Baylor than I did Rutgers.
Yeah.
Rutgers had the number 2 pick and the number 5 pick.
5. Oh, yeah. That's
and
right.
they were
Baylor.
2 games under 500 this year.
Yeah.
Like they were 15 and 17. So I didn't watch a whole lot of Rutgers once their season looked like they weren't going to make the tournament. But
And Charlotte broke my heart.
the Edgecombe's that's a great pick. I thought potentially you mentioned the Ace Bailey off the court. The off the court is just that he wouldn't get on the court for any team.
And
He wouldn't do workouts. He wouldn't do interviews. He was his camp was making demands that. They didn't want him going somewhere where he was going to be stuck behind a veteran.
And every beat writer was slamming him like, you don't get to make decisions.
And then the height thing, like you mentioned, he's not 6'10". He's not going to be a Kevin Durant type, build.
All right, we got coming in hot with the Chicago Bulls. I wish they'd just get better.
Yeah, we talked about that the other night.
Rose.
The
they
French,
picked our
the other
Frenchie.
French one.
Is this the French one we wanted or no?
Not the no. This is
You got.
Vive la France!
This one.
Damn, there's like a bunch of French players.
It's a great. I mean, it's a golden generation for French basketball.
Oh, look at his little cuffs, huh? He got a little swag.
Yeah, not
on his
only.
cuff, little bells.
That's a bit ridiculous.
That reminds me
That
of
is
the
French.
Ninja Turtles.
That's too. All right. First hot draft opinion. He's too French. That's too French.
That's some French fashion.
Yeah, that's too French.
French
That's a
fashion.
red flag.
That reminds me of
bonjour.
to become a shadow warrior, you must take off all the bells without making a sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works out for Chicago. But also, I mean, last year's number 1 pick, Zachary Richache, French kid. So
How could I forget him?
Right. Well, he almost stole Rookie of the Year from Steph Castle because he turned it on late. And like over the last 2 months of the season, he was a 20-point-a-game guy.
What team did he play for?
Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta had the unfortunate luck of getting a number 1 pick, or getting the number 1 pick, winning the lottery in a year where there's not a 1-1 type guy. It's the like the Bucks when they had drafted Andrew Bogut first overall. It's like, yay, we won the lottery, but there's not
just not the right year.
Yeah.
Not the right year. So that's the one, the Winters guy. So that we talked about him already. Yeah. I'm just looking at centers.
No, I think we can.
We're pretty locked in on the other Frenchie.
I kind of feel if they keep the pick, and I think they're going to.
Shams is up there talking. Oh, he's talking about the guy.
No, Shams. I think Shams is breaking another trade. Yeah, Shams is breaking another trade. Hawks are trading the number 13 pick.
Uh-oh.
To the New Orleans Pelicans for 23 and an unprotected 2026 first.
Come on, Pelican!
Pelican.
Look, he's going to stick his tongue out to this woman right here. Take a look at this.
So.
It's like a lizard.
It's like a lizard.
Huh. Wow, that's an unprotected 2026 first-round pick.
Unprotected. So, damn, how many people did the Hawks give up? I thought they had like a little
the Pelicans are going to be terrible. What are the Pelicans doing?
The Pelicans give away unprotected.
An unprotected next year. It's going to be.
They're going to be in the race for top 10 too.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, Atlanta is probably about to get a top.
Are they going
5
center?
Pick next year?
Are they going center? Atlanta. What's a W?
Well, it's going to be, it's now New Orleans.
Oh, yeah, it's New Orleans. No, they got Zion down low.
Fat.
Can we please give Jazz back to New Orleans? Like, Jesus, no one's listening to Jazz up in Utah with those Mormons, man.
Well, if we're going to do that, though, then give the Lakers back to Minnesota. There's no lakes in L.A. Like, Minnesota is the land of 1,000 lakes.
You got the L.A. River that trickles.
Yeah, sitting here. So we know this is technically New Orleans that will get this player at 13. I think we know the player.
Oh, Trey Johnson, UT's own. For all those UT fans, your guy got one pick ahead of the Oklahoma guy.
Oh, and they'll remind him. Yeah, New Orleans is going to take Derek Queen, the big man from Maryland. Think of a Boogie Cousins starter pack.
Dang, we could have used a Boogie.
Yeah, but not he's offensive and ball in hand like Boogie, like DeMarcus.
You got to work work the block.
He's an initiator with the ball in his hand. The Spurs need a big man, but defensive.
Yeah, we don't need you to score points.
Yeah, exactly. Defensive.
You get your points on offensive
specialist.
offensive rebounds and putbacks, buddy.
Yeah, King is going to be a guy that wants the ball in his hands way more than what San Antonio would have been interested in. Let's see. So we left off. We had
hey, do not
your
give
boy
out,
Knipple at 4.
Do not give out the pick early. I want to know. I want to see it on here because you've been giving out the pick
for the Spurs pick?
Yeah,
All right, I'll just react to it.
Don't you react to anything.
I'll react to whatever it is without saying a word.
Hey, Master, crack your whip. Get him. Let's see what we got. Cooper, Clifton, they're doing a homage, one might say.
Hey, LG, I'm going to send you a clip. We could probably hear from Dylan Harper as the Spurs have posted
he's already talking?
Yeah, well, just a short little, happy to be here kind of.
I'm here to support
super
the team.
Excited to get to the city.
Can't wait to play with Wemby.
I love churros and chalupas. I'm not like Barkley. I like them thick.
Yeah. I need something to hold on to. And Barkley would crush some of these. Like, what is he talking about, man? He needs him a big old girl.
Well, that's the whole. I mean, that's the great thing. That's the great thing about Barkley. I mean, it's a walking conundrum. I mean, it's a walking hypocrisy. Sweet. We'll see. Let's see who. They're taking forever.
Well, because they were doing that homage thing.
I think it was probably touching.
Here we go.
I think it was probably.
Oh, my God. He has sucked blood before. Derek Queen. There you go.
Didn't know where you were going with that for a second.
Hey, man. I saw the worst photo the other day.
I don't need to know.
We don't need to know.
I don't. I sure don't. All right, so Spurs officially on the clock at 14.
Do we have that the audio, or do you want to play it after?
I figured we'd play it after. We can package it and talk both Spurs picks.
So who else center do we have if we're not going the Frenchie?
If it's not the Frenchie,
what other centers we got out there?
Well, I mean, some people like Sorber, the Georgetown kid, but I wouldn't think he's the pick here at 14. There is, Rasheer Fleming was mentioned, but he's not really a center. He's more of a, power forward type. But he's a big body. He's physical like a center, but undersized.
If he's got muscle and he's got weight against him.
The other French, this kid from Stanford, Renaud, however you say his name. But
we just need someone to be able to body the big men's, and that's Joker. I guess we're gonna have to deal with Phoenix with their guy now. from Duke.
I don't think you have to worry about Phoenix.
We're not worrying about him too much, but just, because we still have Wemby down there helping out. We just need him to take the punishment per se. And I'm thinking about the Punisher.
Oh, it's impossible. Yeah, once you.
God, no Diddy.
All right, 4.5 minutes here. Spurs on the clock. Could I talk you into a trade down here to try
trade down?
I mean, if you think one of the big men that you like, if you like three of those between the three centers we talked about, if you think one of those guys is going to be available at 20. And you get another future first-round pick.
Right now, man, I'm not going against anything that our GM is cooking up, man. Right now, I let that man cook. Whatever he wants to put in front of me.
ESPN's still showing the Spurs have the 38th pick in the second round, but they traded that earlier.
They did.
Yeah, for a future pick and the ever valuable cash considerations.
I thought they were zooming in like we already put our picks in. Picks in already.
Wow, so they're not taking any time. That tells me
it's probably.
I think it's gonna be that Behringer French kid because he got a late invite to the green room too, which means the NBA knew he had a first-round guarantee from somebody.
Oh, so they can get him on camera.
Exactly. Get him in the building, get him there. I kind of think...
I wonder if Wemby's going to make an appearance from his Shaolin temple.
He was putting Instagram posts out earlier welcoming Harper to the team. But
you're not supposed to have your phone while you're doing monk training?
No, he's back. He's back stateside now. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, boy. Can't wait. I don't think I've been excited for a season like this in a long time. It would have to be a post-championship, like where I'm like, let's run it back, excitement. Because there's so many possibilities.
God, I can't stop thinking about New Orleans giving up their first-round pick next year.
Yeah.
Like, that's... That's insane. I mean, they love and they drafted Derek Queen, and they already have Zion. Like they're not the same player, but they're same positions.
Maybe they're thinking taking them like
maybe Zion's on the
punishment.
Maybe Zion's on the
trade block.
Here we go. We're gonna see it live. I actually haven't seen it. I haven't seen it ruined yet. Pick 14. Carter Bryant.
Whoa,
okay. Look at
kid
that
out of
fit.
Arizona.
Look at that. Look at that fit stuff. He's rocking the undershirt, straight chest, homie.
Oh, shaved and everything.
All right, I kind of dig the hell out of that.
What's he got? All right, man. Styling. Oh,
some name. Aw.
So we got.
Hey, speaking of the roommate's Masters, she's a University of Arizona grad.
Hey, buddy.
That was grad school.
Wildcat.
Yeah, there you go. Get your cats up.
Oh, my buddy Lonnie's Arizona State. He's a Sun Devil. But he loved him some Arizona at one point. I don't remember when. But
that is an interesting pick, though, because, I mean, he plays the same position as Keldon and Vassell.
Yeah. So
someone's getting moved.
So Barnes is getting moved on from?
Well, Barnes is, at this point in his career, he's way more of an actual power forward than Brian is definitely your
Are we going to do something like we did?
3-and-D. Oh, look, there's Iguodala right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we looking
there's
for
your
like
comp right there.
Our 6-man. We're just trying to build up our bench. Man. Like
pretty paltry numbers last year.
But that was like when, what was it?
He looked better than the numbers.
Who was the kid we drafted last year and then we traded him back?
Dillingham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you turn out? Is he still in G League or what?
No, he was coming off the bench for Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't really in their heavy playoff rotation, but yeah, this is. I mean, here's your.
He seemed like he was ready for San Antonio with what he wore. He was like, he looked like a mariachi
I love the pick, but it leaves me with more questions because it's a position that they already have a pseudo logjam at.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking about the kid is like, I could see us. Hey, we took your pick. You know you want us, just give us a number 2 and we'll take your pick. It's basically us trading back, but we already took the stock. We already took the the goods. You know?
It's interesting.
It's like, we know you wanted that, Wizards. Now give us your 18th pick, and we'll give you him and give us a second for next year.
And here's your defending champ picking in the middle of the first round. The Thunder are in such a great position.
Oh, look at this! Damn, that is a lineup for the. What was it?
Well, this is one of those drafts picks where we obviously all the focus is on how good the top end is, but I think the class is so deep. You're going to find multiple all-stars outside of the lottery. Like, I think you're going to have guys that go 17 through 30 that end up having
Bear was
all-star
was the French one, right?
No, he's the Georgetown kid. They don't even have the French kid. He's not in Jay Billis's top 5 available. Fleming was that other big man.
Look at that big man out of Illinois. That was a big kid.
It's deceptive. Yeah, it's deceptive because he's a guard, but he's a big guard. He's like 6'5", 6'6", Yakin Tunis.
Let's roll that Harper clip after. Actually, are we going?
Yeah, we're going to break. So this was earlier. Spurs put this out after they drafted Dylan Harper 2nd overall.
Man, San Antonio, it's Dylan Harper here checking in. Super excited to get to the city, get a facility, and just get to work. Try and bring one to the city, man. I'm just excited, ecstatic to be with you guys. Go Spurs. Man,
needs to learn to tag on another go at the end of there.
Yeah,
he had go Spurs. He almost had it. Yeah, I mean that's what you're gonna get from the kid at this point. But
I think him and Castle are going to compete to be who's going to be that number pseudo 2 guy. Because if we're going to I'm going to put Fox. Like, obviously he's going to be the point guard, but who's going to be that number 2 scorer over Wemby? I don't think it's going to be De'Aaron Fox.
I think it's going to be Fox. I think Fox is going to be your as far as like points per game. I think Fox is definitely your number 2 scorer. He's just the offensive initiation that he's going to lead with him and Wemby. It's going to be,
but that's going to leave each person on the wing just wide open with all the attention on a top, top of the tier.
Yeah, but that's not really neither one of those guys' strength of just being spot-up shooters, Steph Castle or Dylan Harper. I mean, they're offensive initiators themselves, which is why, we've now, there's log jams on this roster. How much longer is De'Aaron Fox a Spur? Now that you've got, because eventually you're going to have
4 years,
right? But that's also a very tradable contract that he signed. I mean, at some point you're going to have to clear space for the Harper Castle backcourt with Wemby.
I'm having.
I don't think Harper sees every year of that contract Fox. I don't think he sees every year of that contract in San Antonio.
I don't think we see our number 14 pick go to the Spurs. I still think we're using it as straight bait because I think someone in the mid to late teens wanted that kid.
Yeah, no, I would,
and we're just squeezing a pick out of him.
There's definitely, I would assume there's definitely calls being made because it's the logjam that the Spurs have at multiple positions now. I mean, they've got a logjam at the back in the backcourt. They've got that 3-man position is now absolutely overflowing with too many players, not enough minutes.
I think we're definitely going to move off. I think if we keep them, we're moving off Vassell, we're moving off Johnson. We're moving off a lot of people to go get a big man. But who's out there available right now?
See, I don't think they're doing this. That's why it's so interesting to me, because the moves that you would have considered including Vassell in, it doesn't really feel like there's not an obvious guy now that is, that we know of that's available on the trade market.
Yeah.
So it also very well could be, Carter Bryant get ready to learn Austin Spurs basketball for a year, and he, just for lack of minutes available with the, big league team,
I saw photos of this parade.
Well attended. What else are you going to do Tuesday morning in Oklahoma City?
I saw it sparse.
Really?
Yeah, but it could be internet creating its own narrative.
I think they
I was about to say, I was like, you show up for the game, but you don't show up for the parade? I was like, that doesn't make sense. All right, OKC.
And there's your Georgetown center.
Oh, because Chet is soft as Wonder Bread, but they got the Hartenstein.
Yeah. It's a good guy to learn from. No, this is going to be the Thunder. I mean, this is going to be the Thunder for the next 5 to 7 years of making deep playoff runs and then having draft picks in the top 20.
Yeah.
In the lottery. Like they're absolutely stacked. The Carter Bryant kid, I mean, I think the Spurs love him. Unless there's
that guy's chain.
Unless there's an overpay, I don't think he's going anywhere yet. He fits. He's a prototypical 3-and-D player. I mean, he can hit the corner threes, has a 7-foot wingspan at 6'6.5" height.
But was he weigh like 250?
No. Oh, I'm talking about the kid the Spurs drafted, Carter Bryant.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I mean,
so Carter Bryant? So you think he's going to be our spot up shooter, the Harrison Barnes?
Well, I think he's a 3-and-D prototype. I mean, I think that's what they're hoping. In the same way the Warriors wouldn't have won those championships without Iguodala. You need a glue guy. You need a
six-man.
Shane Battier on the Heat type of player, a guy whose minus is going to be the highest on the team, but he's not going to be your leading scorer.
Look at the Knicks, man. They wore out their starting five, and you could see it like after their second half production, especially in the fourth quarter, dropped immensely because their guys were just tired,
Yeah, looking at the Spurs roster overall, if you look, point guard, it's now De'Aaron Fox. Chris Paul's not going to be back, so we can move off of that. But it's, some combination of De'Aaron Fox and whoever, if you want to call Dylan Harper a point guard. I mean,
he can put the ball on the ground as long as he doesn't turn it over.
I mean, him and Castle are kind of the same. Like they're 6'6" combo guards. They can play point. They can play off the ball. They can. But you got Fox, you got Harper now, you got Castle, and between those three, those are your three primary ball handlers. But then when you look at the swing man, the shooting guard, small forward position, that's where you now have Carter Bryant, who they took 14th, Vassell, Keldon. Harrison Barnes is more of a power forward now, full time. Champagnie still there, playing more small forward and power forward. Barnes is out.
He was our spot up.
There's not enough minutes as currently constructed.
Seems like, Vassell would seem like be a starter on any of these other like half the teams in the NBA.
A third of the teams probably.
Well,
I mean, he would start on the Wizards.
Half of the East and a quarter of the West.
I'm not sure. The only teams in the West that he's starting on are Utah, He wouldn't even start in Portland.
Zach.
He wouldn't start in Sacramento.
No?
No.
Oh,
DeRozan.
Oh, that's right.
And the Zach LaVine trade.
Oh, picks in for Memphis. Let's see. Who's going to go with John Morant? Proposed trade. Hold up. Proposed trade. Looks like Portland's going to get Memphis's pick.
Oh, this one right here at, what is this, 16?
Yeah, this is at 16. Is that what that is? That little thingamajig right there? You know, I'm talking about boom how like that.
Daggum. Let's see.
Proposed trade.
Let's see what Shams has got.
Whose job did Shams take?
Woj retired,
that's
or
what
not
it was.
retired. He took Woj became the general manager at St. Bonaventure's, his alma mater.
Oh, and just for a little fact out there, Yankees' own Max Fried became the first pitcher to get 10 wins this season.
Did you see DeGrom had a no-hitter into the 7th?
So did Schmidt from the Yankees 2 days ago. No one cares about.
No, I'm just leaving you hanging as you talk Yankees.
Nah, we didn't take the series from Cincy.
God, I can't get over the Pelicans, man. That's why you're the Pelicans. You trade a first round. The more I read about it, the less and less sense
unprotected
it makes.
From where again? Charlotte?
No. From it's going to be the better pick.
Oh yeah,
of either theirs or Milwaukee, and it goes to Atlanta.
Goes to Atlanta.
So Atlanta moved from 13 to 23. They moved back 10 spots, but they pick up a potential top 5 pick next year. If New Orleans is as bad as
it will be,
they look on paper. Yeah.
Oh, buddy, that GM, he's no Nico. Oh man, what pick does Dallas have? Oh wait, Dallas don't they have another first round pick or no?
No.
Oh
no, I think
who had multiple first round picks this year?
It's a weird year. There were like 11 teams that don't even have first round picks.
That's what I thought. I thought there was like multiple.
Yeah,
we got multiple.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Utah has multiple. Who else here?
Looks like Portland's gonna get multiple with their
Washington has multiple. Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta is now picking back-to-back 22 and 23. Oklahoma City has multiple. Brooklyn has multiple. That's the thing. With 11 teams not having one, that's 11 other teams that have multiple picks now.
Yeah, Miguel, we need to get 500 subscribers. Go guerrilla mode. Take people's phones and subscribe for them. They will thank you later. Starting running out of bartenders. I'm like, are you subscribing? They're like, yes, Steve.
Yeah, there's like, yes.
I'm like, are you listening? No. And I'm like, well, you're doing half the job there, buddy.
Yeah. Now, just turn it on when you go to sleep. And just turn the volume down. Okay, that's our new bit.
Well, with this sultry voice, you'll go to sleep.
Start with the most recent episode. Turn the volume all the way down and just play. Just start the playlist and just play all of them.
Get very Barry White on you. On Yankees Minute will sound like this.
So Miguel is saying in the chat this is his predicted starting 5. Fox, Wemby, Vassell, Barnes, Castle.
Oh, so we don't even put Harper out on the starting 5.
And nor Sohan.
But I think Sohan's going to come off the bench anyways. So we're leaving Wemby.
I don't know. At some point, I think you're.
5.
Oh my God! Who did Memphis just take?
I don't think. No, proposed trade. So who got this? Memphis or I think Portland. Who got this? Portland or
Yang Hansen. God, look how jacked he actually is for being 7'2".
He looks like he's 13 years old, man.
So he's 20. He turns 21.
Oh man, he's looking slick, man. That's some.
No,
that's some Yakuza outfit right there, boy.
He turns 20 this week, like right now. Yeah, he is full.
I mean, he's like seems like Wemby. He's already got first team All CBA, China Basketball Association. I'm assuming.
Yeah. That's exactly. So he was a 16.5 point a game scorer last year, and
why didn't we get the China man?
that's not the preferred nomenclature.
That's not the
Walter. That's shocking. I'm not sure. I mean, he had originally entered the draft last year apparently, but withdrew.
Look at this rim protector. Oh,
He moves fairly well for a 7'2" guy. Actually, really well. Wait, so Memphis now has this guy and Zach Edey?
but see, look, it says proposed trade down there with the
To Portland.
Yeah, we got to see.
Hold on.
We got to do.
Yeah, I didn't see Shams. I didn't see Shams having anything on this trade though.
On the clock.
Oh yeah, that's going. Okay, so that's going to Portland.
That's going to Portland.
Yeah, this guy
coming up.
No,
the
Yang, the Yao Ming 2.0 here.
Oh man, Yao Ming with ball skills.
Portland. Yeah, you underestimate Yao Ming.
I mean, I didn't.
He was
There's
awesome
no underestimating.
His foot broke.
Yeah, he was just too big, man.
Yeah.
Like to have the kind of dribble. That's why what makes it makes Giannis and makes Wemby crazy, just like Kevin Durant, is the fact that they can still put it, between their legs.
Yeah, the fluid. Well, just the fluidity of their movement to begin with. I mean, that's like the Malawash kid. Like just being able to move that well at that size is a absolute. Skill to begin with.
The Trailblazers receive that the 2028 pick. Oh man,
the Grizzlies are getting the D3 kid that went to Washington State, Cedric Coward. So he's going to Memphis, and Portland is getting a future pick and
the one that just got picked up. See, this is what I'm thinking the Spurs are gonna do. Something the Spurs aren't done. In my opinion, man, because we are.
They've got no more roster spots available.
Yeah,
in terms of guys
need
that
a guard. We did not need a wing or a guard.
Well, you do if you're moving some.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got if we're not moving them now, Wemby's back. We need to be practicing. So we got to move. These people got to start getting cohesive fast.
It looks like it might be the other French center coming down here to Minnesota, the Behringer.
See, what all did?
And there's still
Memphis
a lot
get?
of names available that I like.
Yeah, trading the Atlanta Hawks are trading. No, that's shame. That's an old one. The Portland's are trading number 11 pick Cedric Coward to Memphis Grizzlies sources, and also sending number 16 pick and 2028 first round pick via Orlando and 2 second round. So is that unprotected? The Orlando pick?
If it didn't say,
But they're going to be in the playoffs anyway.
yeah, Orlando's good.
Yeah.
Orlando's another team in the East that looks around and says, why not us? I mean, they just traded for Desmond Bane. They've got their three of Paolo, Franz, and now Bane.
Where did Porzingis go?
Atlanta.
Atlanta's making moves.
Atlanta's going to be interesting.
They didn't trade Trae Young.
And a pick and roll with Porzingis and Trae Young is a nice.
I think they answered Trae's
if
calling
Porzingis
where he
can
was like,
stay healthy.
I want to be a contender. You better give me some pieces around here, or I'm gonna demand a trade and make it,
and make it difficult on you.
Yeah. And Atlanta, what is it?
Okay, yeah. Here's the other French kid. Well, and also Richeche, who we talked about earlier, number 1 pick last year.
Oh man, we could have got. dude, he looks like a dog.
And he's playing against French plumbers. Well, let's slow down.
Did you just make a Mario?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
No, I think
Luigi. Hey, Luigi.
I think that's a great pick at 17.
Oh,
if you had
yeah.
asked me on paper, if Carter Bryant or Behringer,
doing?
I would still take Carter Bryant over him. But
You would
he
take-
would have fit a better positional need for sure. I think he's way more of a project. I can look at Bryant and I can say, if all goes well, this is our Andre Iguodala.
This is our 6-man.
I can see it.
Okay.
Like him. There's just
Right now,
there's way more
Vassell
question.
was our 6-man basically. Him and Keldon.
Yeah.
So like now you think that Carter Bryant can be better than Vassell and Keldon?
Eventually, yeah. Keldon, I love Keldon's spirit, but Keldon is a lot. There's a lot
He's a
more.
liability.
Yeah, there's a lot more. Just in terms of value between him and Vassell, Vassell has more value, but Vassell, if he wasn't injured,
Keldon turns it over, and just his defense is not quite there, buddy. Oh man, who we got left?
well,
Let's see who
we're.
we got going up on the chat. Yeah.
I mean, they're still looking at the available players. Still, I mean, I loved Liam McNeely. Someone's going to get a sharpshooter in him.
Mm-hmm.
The Yakinchunas kid from Illinois still available. The other Illinois kid, Will Riley, the Canadian, he was a massive recruit. That Illinois team last year was stacked with one and done talent. Never really. I mean, they looked great at times and then disappeared at times. Jason Richardson's kid, Jace Richardson, made that deep run with Michigan State. He's still available as well. Asa Newell, the Georgia kid.
My friend hates Tom Izzo for some reason.
It's not for some reason. It's
Is it you?
no. Well, it can be if you need it to be.
I forgot. Someone told me during March Madness, and I was like, Michigan State always seems to be up in the Elite Eight, or
He's a great coach.
always going,
Great
always,
coach.
has a chance. So I always picked him high on my draft, on my bracket, and they're just like, I hate Tom Izzo, F that guy. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, he's got to be the longest tenured coach right now.
That
in
sounds like
D1.
someone. Yeah, probably. I can't.
Yeah, I can't think of another one.
Now that Coach K, Boeheim, both gone. It's got to be Izzo. It's probably Izzo and then Mark Self. Oh no, Mark Few, Gonzaga coach. He's been there not as long as Izzo, but
Yeah.
or maybe longer than Izzo. Somewhere
Oh,
right
yeah.
there in it.
Izzo seems like he was there in late 90s.
Yeah, I think it seems that way because it is. Yeah, Tom Izzo is a deceptive 70 years old. He's got the job in 1995.
Shoo.
Way back. Oh yeah, because it was the Mateen Cleaves and Mo Peterson, that national championship team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time I think. Oh man, is anyone as excited about the Naked Gun remake as I am?
I am thrilled.
Okay, I'm glad. I think it's going to be
thrilled.
terrible, but I'm looking forward.
All the Naked Guns are terrible.
Hey.
Terribly good.
I was about to say,
Terribly
hold on.
good, man. Come on, man. sweet OJ stepping on every trap in the boat.
There's
The jokes go on just like extremely long.
there's nothing I love more than just silly slapstick humor.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's,
Surely you can't be serious.
I think that's like, airplane,
don't call
Naked Gun.
I am, and don't call me Shirley.
That's the closest thing we have to, like Monty Python silliness.
Yeah. Did you know Mel Brooks, they're making, which I'm not a fan of.
A
they're
new
making-
Spaceballs?
And he's actually going to, at
Yeah,
98.
he's the short. Well,
At 98, he's
cross
gonna,
your fingers. Let's hope he makes it.
I think that's going to be the first scene shot.
Yeah. Let's get all of Mel Brooks scenes filmed as quick as possible. Spaceballs is. I mean, I love Mel Brooks movies. Blazing Saddles is absolutely
yeah.
head and shoulders above every other one. Young Frankenstein probably second.
I don't know, man. I got Spaceballs over Young Frankenstein just because of nostalgia and the little nerdy Darth helmet.
Yeah, the great Rick Moranis.
Miss Rick Moranis killed me.
I remember when someone just randomly sucker punched him in New York a couple years ago.
That guy, hey man.
I think I would put History of the World probably as my number 2 behind.
I thought that was Monty.
Blazing Saddles. No, that's
Mel.
Monty Python's Meaning of Life.
Oh,
Monty Python's Meaning of Life.
History
but
of the
Mel
World
Brooks
is real good.
History of the World. It's good to be the king. Pull. Ah!
It's the guy.
So great. It's so great.
Launching people.
Or when they roll the giant joint in the Roman chariot and get all of the soldiers stoned behind them that are chasing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably
breaking news.
That's probably my number 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
What do we got here?
Shams, give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby.
This has got to be him talking out the full extent of that.
No, because they got the Wizards up right now.
Yeah, but it doesn't say trade pending for.
So Wizards got 2 picks. They got Trey Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 picks in the first round. Rebounding big. Of course, we all need a rebounding big.
So, yeah, Behringer went 17. So this is Wizards at 18. Oh, it's going to be your guy who you loved in the NCAA tournament. But they're trading him to Utah.
Knipple?
No. That Florida point guard.
Oh,
Walter
my
Clayton
man.
Jr.
And he's going to Utah.
He's going to Utah. A pick.
Clayton Jr. God, man.
He was
he's a bad man, dude.
Wasn't even
undersized
on draft boards going into the
tournament,
into the college basketball season this year. I mean, he was a small school transfer. He played the 1 year at Florida and led them to the.
Do you see how excited? You see how excited he is about going to Utah?
I like this right here though. Show me.
Oh, is he?
Show me his football highlights. Yeah, that's him running quarterback draw right up the middle. What's the arm look like? Oh, he's playing safety now. Okay.
All right. I thought he was going to be a safety. He seemed like that kind of size.
I like point guards that have multi-sport ability.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, we would always play Case Keenum when he was at Abilene Wiley. We would always play him in tournaments or run into him. Or hell, Colt McCoy when he was at Jim Ned. And it would just all like as good as they were on the basketball court, it blew my mind that they were better on the football field. Like they would dominate in basketball, and then someone would say, "You should see them play football."
Oh, man. Do you think he's just super bummed going to Utah?
I mean, worst NBA city. I would rather live in Salt Lake City than Oklahoma City. I mean, if you're removing the talent of the teams, just city-based.
And, coming, like, most of my family living in, Stillwater, Oklahoma, which
Utah's
is like
beautiful.
It's like the Austin of Oklahoma. Oklahoma City is, I don't want to cuss on here, but it's next to that Norman trash dump.
Yeah,
Gaylord Stadium.
I left Southern Oklahoma as fast as I could when I graduated high school.
Yeah, man, that kid. I think he's rocking a no shirt look too.
Walter Clayton.
Yeah, but he's got that little goatee.
That sounds like a what's his name? George Clooney character, like Walter Clayton in.
Oh, you're talking like a Grisham novel?
Yeah, Grisham. Exactly, like a John Grisham novel character. Oh yeah, let it out.
The tears.
Okay, for him.
Oh no, he's not rocking that.
Like Malawash.
Hold on. Let's.
I get it.
Let's take it in.
Him crying because he was not expected to be a top 20 pick.
Is that his mom?
3 months ago. It sure looks like it. Yeah.
His mom could get it.
Well, I mean, young 20s.
I'm older than her, probably.
Like, just start doing the math here.
Hey, ESPN, do your job. Put her Instagram up there.
You might actually Yeah, I think
he's already got a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, little cute little baby girl.
Yeah, those chin pubes are.
Yeah, he's got to get rid of that.
Did he have those during the tournament?
I don't remember it.
I
No.
don't think I looked close enough.
I think that's a new look.
The roommate found, we were looking at some old pictures, and there was one from back whenever, like early college years for me. I mean, like 19, 20 years old, and I had the nastiest redneck chin pube goatee going on.
Now, did the goatee go up, or was it just stopped
it was? I mean,
straight underneath?
No, not underneath. It hung down. I mean, it looked like homeboy from Anthrax.
You all pitchfork
like
out?
I could braid it at one point.
Oh, the roommate says she loved it. She wants it back.
Nah, I don't think it's gonna make a return.
Yeah, you do.
Anytime soon.
400 subscribers. We're gonna get the pitchfork back. Man, with the stash.
There's an idea. Yeah, now
the pitchfork with the stash.
Yeah.
Diet. Mutton chops.
Diet.
Some mutton chops. Pitchfork.
Oh, I can't grow mutton chop. I got nothing on.
Nothing?
I got nothing. No.
So it grows in all white trash like that?
Oh yeah, it's all patch. No, it's not even like, honestly, if I didn't shave for a year, I think you would think I just went like 2 weeks.
All white trashy
It's nothing grows. Nothing, absolutely.
I remember when old producer in the other room didn't shave for 3 years, and it looked like just like 2 weeks for me.
I've got one buddy who is like lumberjack hairy, hair everywhere, and as envious as I am of his ability to grow a nice beard,
It's a pain in the butt.
I wouldn't take the trade off. I like the low maintenance I have to put in to
I do like a
maintain
nice,
respectability.
I always wanted one of those, who am I thinking of? Magnum PI style stashes.
Oh, just the what was that? They're like a Burt Reynolds, but you're thinking of man, what is his name? He was
Tom.
Tom something. Tom Selleck. Yeah. I was about to say he was in the baseball movie where he goes to Japan to play.
Yeah.
That was
Mr. Baseball.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, that was a great one. But yeah, no, I always wanted one of those Tom Selleck mustache. But
it's not too late.
Nah, and it doesn't layer like that.
I would love to see you with just a mustache.
Oh, it's not good.
I know. That's why I'd love to see it.
I look like I should be like, there should be a yard where I do not go near a school.
Yeah, you look like you're walking door to door to tell the neighbors that you now live in the neighborhood, and you're court mandated to tell them.
Oh man! So one year, do you remember the old? It was right when Eastbound and Down was going on, and the old closer from San Francisco Giants.
Oh yeah, Brian Wilson.
Yeah,
not to be confused with R.I.P. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Yes. And I went as Brian Wilson as my Halloween costume.
I could see it.
Did
you use the motor oil beard dye?
I straight up black, shaved my whole. Didn't shave, but I dyed my whole beard black, and that was a big commitment because that took a while to get rid of.
Yeah.
And then while I did it, I went out to, and this is when I'm working at the clubs at the time, and I'm always up in nice fitting clothes and, maybe a tie here and there. And then I just left the stash.
Oh, that's spectacular.
Bro.
Just throw people off.
Just a dark black, jet black stash on this young kid, and it looked all white trash. And I'm like, oh my God. They were like, dude, you look like a pederast.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Jason suggested the Fu Manchu. That was how we started COVID. That was how we started the pan. I went full Fu Manchu, and I had it just because it it barely grows in, so I was just letting it hang, so it looked like it was there. But
you're trying to go handlebar, but it doesn't.
It doesn't
bar out, sir.
No, I'm stuck with the Three Musketeers facial hair. I look like like a Victorian character.
So when my buddy, because I used to like do my like shave, like line up my own like beard and whatnot, but I did boxing when I was young, and like I got hit in the right eye so much, like if I turn a certain way, I can't really see it. It just goes real blurry. Like I messed up my eye.
Which side is that? Right side?
Yeah.
All right, so now I know.
Yeah, the left side. Now, that's if I'm looking. If I'm looking straight, I can see it. You know what I'm saying? But like when I'm trying to like sit there and get like, I'm like shaving up, doing this kind of number, like it gets real blurry, so I can't get this line ever. So my buddy took me to the barbershop. Oh, here we go. Picks in real quick. Nolan, the guard from France to Brooklyn.
He was, if you go back 12 months ago, a calendar year ago,
he's winning.
He was predicted at that point to potentially be a top 10 pick. And then he had a rocky year this year. He playing
Over
pro.
in the French.
Yeah. He didn't pop as much, didn't really take that next step of development.
Was he a point?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's a big point. He's like 6'4".
Oh, okay. I guess I thought 6'4" was a little average for a point.
I mean, Jason Kidd was 6'4", but you don't necessarily think of.
You're talking Hall of Famer right there. Bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that. It was always a talk about how Jason Kidd's size was a factor in his greatness. I think they've definitely gotten bigger. Obviously like Luka, 6'8", 6'7" point guard.
Brooklyn's snake bitten like freaking Chicago and Charlotte and all them, in my opinion. But back to going to the first barbershop and being the only white boy in there. And they were lining me up, and literally they were shaving my beard like a Puerto Rican.
Hell yeah.
Like the littlest stash right here.
I need to see you with the big poppy beard fade.
And then the littlest right here, very, very sheen. And the wife, she's like, why don't you wear it like you used to when you were young? And I'm like, first off, I'm fatter. Second off,
let's just be honest here.
I was like, second off, I look like that was a Puerto Rican cut. I think they were messing with me.
Oh, he's fat.
Because they were. Because no question they were.
Because I was the only white boy up in there. And I was like, I even, God rest my barber, rest in peace, King Detail. He was my barber for 13, 14 years. And like every once in a while, he'd mess with me. Like, he'd be like, hey, so did you bring me, like I always get him like bootleg DVDs or something like that. And like, he'd like, did you bring me that? And he'd be like, no. And he's like, And then he'd be like, go.
I was about to say.
He'd always do it on my lip, like cut my lip or something with the razor. And I'm like, man, you make it look like I got herpes on my lip, man. He's like, yeah.
There's nothing worse than a barber that does bits.
Yeah. No, that's no good. Those videos, you go down a wormhole of people getting angry at their barber.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh, man. Man, come on, Spurs.
I don't think you're getting any.
Right.
There's just no.
Is there any centers left? Anything that jostles and gyrates the nether regions that would make me happy?
Not to that extent.
Wing.
I mean, the Stanford kid is an interesting one. I mean, he is a center, but he's more of an offensive center again.
Who's this Danny Wolf from Michigan? Undersized or?
They
say they have him as a forward.
Yeah, but he's not undersized. He's big. I mean, he's probably all of 7 feet or 6'11". I mean, he was their.
I like it.
He was their other big man when they would run that.
What about Asua Newell?
They would run that double big lineup with the Florida Atlantic transfer, that Golden, the tall Russian kid, who this might be the Spurs just saying.
Hey, we got best available.
We took best available, and we'll figure it out.
So training camp starts mid-September, right? When they mid-September. Yeah. So they get like a month and a half of working together. So they might be coming up. Like,
I mean, free agency starts the end of this month.
So what do we have on the free agent market that's what we need?
Well, I mean,
down low.
You had mentioned the Steven Adams possibility, but he re-signs with Houston already.
That broke my heart.
I mean, it's a bad free agent class.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's a single former All-Star available. I mean, like Chris Paul, I'm not counting someone like someone who's 40.
Need an All-Star. We don't need an All-Star. We need someone that is
sure,
just
but for teams that actually have, like if you're the Nets right now and you have all this cap space, but you have no one to give it to on the free agent market.
How locked in is Rudy Gobert with Minnesota?
You don't want that number, that contract number.
And that's his own. That's what
he
I was wondering.
Gets played off the court in the playoffs. I think that Minnesota team. So Naz Reid from Minnesota would be an interesting name if the Spurs could somehow pry him away. Minnesota has made clear they're gonna try to retain Reid and the kid from Dallas who they just had. Oh my God, I'm blanking. Julius Randle, who just led them to the conference finals.
Kyrie Irving signed a 3-year deal with Dallas.
It's a good number. 3 years, $119 million.
Better than the 45 they're about to pay him.
Well, I mean, you look at his contemporaries and the numbers they're on. If Kyrie hadn't tweeted out, videos or hadn't blown his ACL out, he'd be a 50 million plus player. But instead, he's at 39 mil. Yeah. It also, the other thing about Kyrie taking less, it allows the Mavs to have a 5.7 million mid-level exception. So they can sign, the big rumor up in North Texas is the Mavs are potentially going to try to use that 5.7 mil exception on D'Angelo Russell and then try to convince Chris Paul to take a
1 year deal?
Yeah, 1 year, vet minimum kind of move.
Miami, they got to pick up.
There's the Yakin-Chunas kid. It's a great pick at 20.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched a lot of that Illinois team because I was obsessed with him. Look at his dad crying. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if you want to be a hard-ass alpha and not say that's awesome, cool. But
nah, getting your dad to shed some tears.
That's great. Especially when your dad is, Eastern Euro like that. Men like that aren't built to cry. Like they've seen all they've ever known is war, civil war, their whole lives. It's like imagine Jokic's dad crying, or
cabbage stew again.
That Illinois team though. I mean, there was at the beginning of the season mock drafts. Obviously I run a bunch of 2K franchises. And
a bunch of
throughout the year, it's a good way to get to know the draft class and to get to know, because then it's, now I want to watch him play. Like if I'm going to draft him on this video game, I want to see what he actually plays like. I want to see what he looks like.
What I told people, I was like, if you want to know people, just go to like I
think that's
fancy
a steal
football
at 20.
or fancy baseball or basketball league. You'll start learning who's putting up points. But
he's got an NBA game too because he's got the pick and roll offensive initiation already. And guys like that, like he was driving around Barcelona, Spain in a Ferrari at 18 years old. Like they've already seen what pressure looks like. Illinois was a step down in pressure for him compared to what he knew before. And going to Miami, Miami's a team that, we talked a lot about the teams in the East that feel like, why not us with all of the injuries? But Miami, it feels like, who are you, Miami? Like you have like Tyler Hero as your best player, that doesn't get you.
It
That doesn't get you far.
every year.
Always gets injured. Bam. I guess overall, Bam Adebayo is probably their best player.
That was gonna be on a lightning round. Have you heard that Bam Adebayo is in the market to get traded to the Spurs?
I mean, I've heard there's a lot of teams that would love to trade for Bam Adebayo, but I haven't heard anything from Miami that they're looking to.
Does Miami? It seems like they need some shooting, some people with ball skills.
Miami's a really weird roster because they also, were sniffing around the KD talks, but they weren't willing to put Khalil Ware or Jovic in the trade. So if they're signaling that they're not wanting to move young guys, like it almost feels like they're trying to do a rebuild without bottoming out.
Yeah.
Anytime Miami is in a playoff series, I always feel like there's a chance just
because we've seen it twice.
Exactly.
We've seen it twice where it's like, what are they doing? But you know how they got there was with stellar defense.
Yeah, and Jimmy Butler leadership.
Butler being like, he was a two-way player. He was the Kawhi Leonard that we wanted.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler, there was that 2.5 year stretch in Miami where Jimmy Butler was legit a top 8 player in the league.
He was that
because
guy
of his two-way ability.
Yeah, he also turned it on in the playoffs. He was like, you're not going to get the best Jimmy Butler like during regular season, but get him in the playoffs, let him sneak in there, and he's one of those teams you didn't want to see.
Oh man, I didn't notice this. This is
here we go.
So
trade
Washington. Every pick Washington has made so far, ESPN has gone to commercial right before it. It's gotta suck.
No love.
It's gotta suck to be a Wizards fan. I mean,
I'm a Wizard.
I loved those. I mean,
do
those
they have Harry Potter themed nights? At
those
the
are
Wizards
they have
Stadium?
to surely. Those Gilbert Arenas, Caron Butler, Deshaun Stevenson. Those years
Gilbert, are they still
where they
paying
were,
Gilbert? He had like one of those.
I think he's finally off. Off the books.
He had one of those crazy contracts where he just got paid, and he wasn't even playing basketball.
There
for
were
4
some
years.
fun playoff series between them and those young LeBron Cavs teams.
Oh, yeah.
Like they genuinely hated each other, which I don't feel like you get a whole lot across the league anymore. Where you can, like right now, if you had to say what two teams actually hate each other. Like, what two teams in the league have legitimate bad blood?
I mean, as a Spurs fan, I'm going to say it's not even Dallas anymore. It's
nobody right now.
It's San Antonio and Houston.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Because Sohan says F Houston and okay.
They're going back
That's
and forth.
That's probably the closest I think you could come up with.
And then you got Knicks. I mean, it seemed like the Knicks and Detroit did not like each other.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's good. I think that's just Detroit and everybody because of how they play.
Yeah, they try to bring back the bad boys.
We need some of these teams to have multiple playoff series against each other. Mm-hmm. How's the book coming? It's good?
You good?
Okay.
You learning some stuff? Yeah. That's good. You want to read a chapter?
Oh yeah, you want me to read a chapter on screen? I think we're hitting the point of the draft where
let's see those
that might be better entertainment.
Books on tape voice you have. You have to sound out each character. Just remember that. And then we got the little granny.
Well, it's funny. When some nights as I play video games or something, Steph will read out loud, and we'll have a book that we're reading, and a lot of my selections of what we read are all like Greek stoicism and stuff like that. So every other name, she's like Dionysus. There we go. Through Thucydides, Thucydides. Thucydides. That's
not going to work here anymore.
Not gonna work here.
Yeah, that's my friend Eric. He got me on that Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
And those names, I couldn't pronounce the towns. In my head, I had a way to say it. And every time I was sitting there talking to him about the book, he's all correcting me on the language because he actually goes back and reads the what do you even call that? Where like it shows you like this is a hard A with a soft
pronunciation.
The pronunciation page on the back. And I never looked at that.
What
thing.
we do is if it's a name that Steph doesn't want to read, she'll just call him like Steve. Just give it the most generic middle-aged white man name.
Steve with his broadsword.
Yeah, Steve raised his sword
his glistening
as
chest.
Doug cowered in fear.
Okay.
There you go. Just talking about the Illinois kids go back to back.
Oh wow, and that's actually going to the Wizards.
God, look at how young he's. So young, he's still got high school acne.
Oh man, you gotta watch what you eat, kid.
He's eating too much poutine. He's Canadian.
You know. As I told my kid, I was like, "When's the last time you washed your pillowcase and pillow?"
Oh yeah, that'll do it too.
And they're like, "I don't know," and I'm like, "Well, you have severe acne, son. You might want to start doing that."
Yeah, there are things you can do to potentially prevent that if you cared. I was on Accutane at one point growing up, and then everyone started offing themselves, and my parents were like,
it makes them emotional.
Maybe we shouldn't have you on Accutane much longer.
My kid was on Accutane and was going through his first girlfriend breakup, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna stop this.
Yeah, looking back on it, I just blame all of my emotional immaturity on Accutane. It wasn't actually me. I was fully developed.
It was the chemicals in my body.
I was fully developed emotionally at the age of 16. It wasn't the soon-to-be Texas Tech cheerleader that broke my heart in high school.
Officer, it's the Accutane.
Yeah, exactly.
No said, kid.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get out of here. You have a good day.
Looking back on it, it is
shot creator.
Yeah, no, he's an interesting prospect. I like the point guard better than him, but I think he might have the long-term higher potential, higher ceiling. But it's I mean, again, if you have two guys that go in the first round of the NBA draft, I just would expect to see a little more college success.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a red flag or anything.
What was Illinois? Did they even go to the dance? Or no?
Yeah. They were pretty. I mean, they were good last year. But I think an Illinois fan would still say they underachieved. Their coach is he has Texas ties. Brad Underwood. He was the coach that led Stephen F. Austin to that random Sweet 16.
Oh yeah.
And then took the Illinois job, but he's
bracket busters.
He was he's Texas. Like he coached at Hardin Simmons, or it was either Hardin Simmons or Abilene Christian. One of the other. It wasn't my Abilene small school. It wasn't McMurray, but I'm pretty sure he was either ACU or Hardin Simmons.
Man, I feel for you, man. Buffalo Gap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's where the parents live.
Yeah.
Where the moms lives.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
I used to always pass the exit.
I'd get so bored that I'm like, I'm just gonna drive up to Abilene and drive around. Ain't much to see up there, buddy. Ain't much to see up there.
Yeah, so Illinois lost in the second round to Kentucky. They beat Xavier in the first round, and then lost second round. Let's see, overall.
Oh, here we go with trade. Another trade. Hawks are trading their pick to Brooklyn. 22 overall. Like, who? Brooklyn. Who's their big star?
Brooklyn now?
Wasn't Ben Simmons?
Well, I mean, it's Cam Johnson, who is probably the most available or the most intriguing actually available player this summer. And I said that real hick. Available. He's the best available player this summer.
You see the guys with the lightsabers?
Oh, we got Bobby Marks on now. That means this must have serious cap implications if he's coming on to explain it.
20 years in front office experience.
And he was the Nets GM or assistant GM at one point.
Man,
It's got to be
going to the
so Atlanta's
being the Buffalo Bills of the NBA, always going to the finals and never winning, to just being irrelevant for 20 years. That's got to be rough.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, and like you mentioned the Russian, things were looking so great.
Yeah, when they got KD.
Yeah.
Kyrie was with them on that one, right?
KD, Kyrie. I mean, hell, even going back when they traded for the corpse of Paul Pierce. That trade is what gave the Celtics Tatum and Brown.
Oh, my God.
Was the KG Pierce.
Do you think they look back and
to
just
Brooklyn.
oh, my God.
Well, again, that's why I can't get over it. New Orleans, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
You're giving up your pick next year in a loaded West where you don't look anywhere close to being a playoff team.
New Orleans is one of my favorite cities to go to, but how are they ever going to revamp those stadiums when they're downtown, right off the Strip, right off of Bourbon Street, right next to the casino?
I watched a few
right by a major highway. I forget which major highway it is, but
I watched a few Pelicans games this year.
Yeah,
there were literally some games where I felt like there were 100 people or less in the arena,
oh my God,
including players, coaches, and staff. It was
you could hear them talking,
dude.
You could hear them.
You could hear the announcers calling the game because there was no crowd noise, and then the DJ is just blaring music, and it's there's no crowd participation. It's
local New Orleans, Wally.
It's like when you walk into a bar and the music is just blaring loud, and there's only 3 people in there, and you're like, why are you doing? Who is this for?
Dude,
why are you
I
doing
look at the
this?
DJ and I'm just giving that look bro, there's 3 people in here.
Exactly. Turn it down.
Turn it down.
Yeah. I understand
Feel the crowd.
This is your big break, but
yeah, I was like, you're still gonna get paid your $100.
Turn it
and $50
down.
drink tab.
Yeah. You're still. It's not dependent.
Yeah, I was like, feel the crowd, and then I remember we used to go to the club up on the Stone Oak Club, and this one DJ he knew how to kill the dance floor. I mean, he was getting it hype, and then he just played songs he liked and just killed the dance floor. And I'm like, guy,
You realize no one is interacting.
I was like,
with
no.
your selection.
It was like some weird ass house music or something, and I'm like, bro, yeah, I get it. We're not,
dude.
You can't wear a baseball cap. You can't wear a fitted baseball cap. I wonder why, black people. But I was like, these people are dancing to the new Drake and Drake song and all this other rap. I was like, keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why would you? Oh, Drake Powell. Who? But that's going to Brooklyn. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
wing.
That's a bit of a reach, man.
North Carolina?
Yeah, that was a bad North Carolina team.
They did beat Duke one time. Didn't they last year?
I think they got one on them, didn't they?
They split.
Yeah. I mean, this is an example of
last season, a 7 average point, 30 less than 40 on the 3-point line. He averaged
that's
7
good for
points.
a college kid, 38%.
He averaged 7 points.
Yeah, this is clearly. I mean, he was a big recruit. He was a top 20 recruit guy. I mean, it's betting on pedigree over
they're looking
production.
They're looking for a spot up. It seemed like.
Oh, again, going back to the Carter Bryant pick of the Spurs. I mean, it's at this point in the draft, you're probably not going to get an all-star, but if you can get a 3-and-D, a guy that can shoot threes and play great defense, that's the most value you're going to find, I think, at this point in the draft. And he definitely
maybe he just takes the place
prototype.
of Sham Penny. You know?
Oh, Bryant?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think out of all the names we've listed, Champagny is probably the easiest one to see gone. Also, I mean, there's just no financial commitment there that compares to what, Keldon, Vassell, or now now Bryant has.
Oh, Ironheart.
What is?
I know
what
you
the
don't.
hell is Ironheart?
I know you don't do the Marvel, but I was watching that earlier.
What is it?
It's Marvel.
Is
It's
it like Iron Man's son or something?
No, it's this girl that has.
Oh, out.
Jesus Christ. You got the roommate right next to you, dude.
She knows.
Better bring out the Nine Tails tonight, man.
No,
Make them pay for that one.
We're a Batman house. Ain't no Wonder Woman allowed.
But no, she's supposed to be like the brilliant mind of Tony Stark of her generation.
Okay,
And
so it is still.
she made a suit.
It's still
but
okay.
she's still like, which actually is, I will say, one of my favorite characters in this is the Hood, is the villain, is the Hood, which is now we're going into magic, the Stephen Strange and Dr. Voodoo and all this kind of good stuff.
Good Lord, how do you get laid? You know this much about. Tell you. Looks like we're going to go past.
Do you think
10.
I'm like, hey, let me go ahead and tell you about my comic book collection?
Let me tell you about Ironheart. She's awesome. You would love her.
You would love that. But now, like, I wish I was in this generation that loves anime and like that's all the cool rage.
Now it's cool to be nerdy. Yeah. I know. Yeah, that. Whenever I was trying to explain to people that Alan Moore was one of the greatest living authors ever, and he wrote comic books. There was no space in the conversation.
And look at this, we got Pelicans trading to the Atlanta Hawks, or is this the one that?
No, that's the one from earlier.
Okay.
So Atlanta moved out. They were going to have the back-to-back picks here.
Okay.
But because they moved that last pick to Brooklyn,
and we'll just give you our first.
They're now
next year.
They're now
because we're going to be a playoff team.
Okay. So on that, like, tell me, New Orleans.
Yeah.
Are they better than Utah next year?
No.
Maybe. Yeah, even if let's say yes. Let's say yes.
Yeah, okay.
There's one. These are the teams. Utah won 17 games last year. New Orleans won 21.
Oh, wow.
The next closest in the West was the Spurs at 34. We both think.
And we tanked.
Injuries tanked.
Yeah, injury tanked.
We both
tanked
think.
Due to injuries.
Like, the Pelicans aren't going to be better than the Spurs. They're not going to be better than the Trailblazers just traded for Drew Holiday. They're actually competent now. Chauncey Billups has built an identity there.
And
Phoenix is a train wreck, but they still have Devin Booker and are moving, have now Malawash and Mark Williams they traded for. Like, they're attempting to be relevant.
Yeah.
Mavs obviously just took Cooper Flag and still have Kyrie and AD and everything else, not named Luka. And then it's Sacramento, Memphis, Golden State. Like, New Orleans is going to be the second worst team in the West again next year.
Second or third worst team, yeah.
At best, they're third worst. At very best, they're the 12th seed. They're fourth worst. I think that's the most baffling move of the night by a mile.
Yeah.
Like, there hasn't been.
I don't know what they're doing.
I mean, the Yang, the Chinese dude that got picked, that was pretty much off the wall.
Yeah.
But that New Orleans trading their first round pick next year is a fireable offense. Like, tonight.
Well, so New Orleans got Yang?
No, he ended up going to
Utah.
Yeah.
No. Was it Utah?
Was it? It was a trade. It originally was. I thought it was going to be Memphis, because it was. But it went to Portland. He's in Portland.
Okay. Portland just sold a whole bunch of jerks.
Yeah. You're going to be the number one foreign NBA League Pass team.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you get to pick your team nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
No buying at all.
This is also probably a bit of the NBA, like, convincing a team. Like, look, one of y'all have to take this dude tonight because China's still not over the Daryl Morey comments from a couple of years ago when the NBA, when League Pass got pulled from China.
Yeah. We have some ass to kiss.
Unfortunately.
And it's Chinese.
Yeah, so dude, this is New Orleans. Again, what's the worst NBA team to be a fan of right now? Like Washington, New Orleans,
Charlotte.
Yeah, but even at least Charlotte, you're getting like it's exciting. You know, like a LaMelo when he's healthy is exciting. Brandon Miller looked great. You know, Zion when healthy is exciting, but he's even less available than LaMelo.
Walter Clayton Jr. playing for Washington. Love that kid. Who we got now?
What's the longest playoff drought in the NBA right now?
So New Orleans. This is not New Orleans. So looks like Atlanta got a big, or at least a forward.
Yeah, this is the pick going to Atlanta, and he fell. I mean, he was expected to be closer to, low teens, and fell all the way to 23.
Oh, FIBA gold medalist.
The longest current NBA playoff. Oh, buddy. I wish I hadn't asked the question. Oh, buddy. Charlotte's number 1. It's been 9 years.
Yeah.
You know who's number 2?
Pelicans. Spurs.
Yeah. 6 years. Spurs.
You're telling me the Pelicans went to the playoffs before us? Oh, because of the playing games and.
Yeah, technically they were a playoff team 2 years ago.
Yeah, when Zion was healthy.
I think this is still only counting if you make it out of the play-in, though. I don't think it's counting play-in as because technically the NBA doesn't view those as playoff games. They actually, you know what's even weirder? Play-in games, those stats don't count at all. So, like, the individual, it's like the game has no
rebounds, no score.
You get no credit for that whatsoever in terms of your, end of season averages. The games only count to determine the winner.
They're kind of like taking away the whole, like, the NFL, like, oh, you didn't really win the wide receiver Triple Crown Award, Cooper Cup, because, you played an extra game.
Right. Yeah, it's eliminating anyone getting a advantage for having an extra game. But that means if you score your career, if you drop 50 in a play-in game, it's never going to actually show up on your career statistics.
You want to say if I'm lacing them up, you're counting my points.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I didn't realize. I learned that recently. I didn't realize that.
And here's OKC with another pick.
Eventually, they've got to trade some of these later first-round picks just because they don't have – I mean, no one on that team is a free agent. Like, they're losing nobody.
They're keeping them on, like, the G League team, man. Like, they're stocking up their, like, AAA, like baseball players.
I bet this is
Look at Brooklyn back-to-back up there.
I bet this is Ben Sharif, the Israeli, just to
the tall guy?
show Oklahoma's support for Israel. He's a point guard. I think he's a big point guard, though. He's like 6'5". And it would fit. Oklahoma City could draft and stash, not bring him over, could stay in Europe. That's the other thing Oklahoma City can do with these picks. You can take a reach on somebody that you're not actually going to bring over for a year or two.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take up a roster spot.
Oh, buddy.
It's going to go past 10 though cuz
yeah, it is.
We're hitting 24th here.
Come on, let's run this out there, buddy.
Yeah, I can't imagine there's much need.
How many people in the West? How many people in the West? We got Suns,
15,
Clippers.
15 in each conference.
No, I mean like how many people in the West in the picks?
Oh, that are left?
Yeah, because nobody cares.
So we got Thunder now, and then it's going Magic, Brooklyn, Boston, Phoenix, LA. So it's a run of some East teams here before Phoenix and the Clippers close out the round. Shams is talking again, though. which makes me think
Proposed trade to Phoenix.
right here. Oh,
Yeah,
proposed to
yeah.
Sacramento.
Sacramento gets it.
What's he got? Let's see. The Kings are trading and are taking Nick Clifford. Oh, okay. Man, it's a solid pick. You talk about an undersized player. He's the Colorado State kid who is a legit big man, like power forward type, but he is only listed. He's only like 6'5". Oh, no, I'm thinking of a different kid. He is a guard. Okay. No, I'm thinking of God, he's already 23 years old though. And you pretty much know. Granted, I mean this could be like your
you're so close to Oklahoma.
Derek White type of player, a guy that enters the league already a grown man and can instantly
help
high
out.
basketball IQ. Yeah, exactly. Can slide into the rotation pretty quickly. One thing I love, or at least this season, the Mountain West Conference was awesome.
Yeah.
Colorado State was great. Utah State was great. New Mexico, led by Rick Pitino's son, coaching them, was awesome. There's another school, San Diego State, but there was another good one. UNLV was down. But the Mountain West was awesome, and they play late. Boise State. That was the other team that was good. But they play, usually there's a Mountain West game that's tipping off at 9, 10 o'clock our time, and so I ended up watching a lot of those games. It was a real look at that mustache. I got mustache envy from the Monopoly man there in the background.
With that monocle.
Yeah, I was about to say, throw a monocle on him, and he looks like the guy from Ace Ventura.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's not.
So we got two, Orlando. I wouldn't mind seeing who Orlando. So did they just, Sacramento was like behind OKC?
Yeah, Sacramento was your.
So they just switched positions.
No, I think they
still haven't changed the.
I think it's a
graphics.
future. I think it's a future pick because Sacramento didn't have a first round pick.
Look at the coat. It seems like Sacramento wanted them all along.
It is kind of interesting.
Interesting, eh?
It also looks like the Suns, like Desert Knights uniform.
Interesting.
So yeah, that was all future draft capital going back. Not another pick tonight for them out of that.
We'll do as we're watching these late round picks. I'm gonna give a little interesting facts, a little lightning round, little
lay it on me
teasers. The Cobra Kai, the original bad guy.
Oh yeah, dude! Explain to me what happened here.
He bit the co-star, which was like the Asian woman who ended up being good. I don't know if you ever watched the show.
No, God no. But she's like young, right?
Yeah,
like she's not from the original.
Yeah, he's 80 years old. She's like in her 50s.
Oh, okay. I thought she was younger than that.
He's bit her multiple times, and he gets mad at her.
Excuse me?
He gets mad at her for causing such a drama, and then she has to go get the cops and be like, "That's assault. You broke the skin. This is not funny. I've told you not to do this, and you have the audacity to get mad at me." And there's like a whole body cam video of it all.
Do you remember being like in high school, and there was? Did you have that one friend that would just randomly buy?
I still have that one friend.
I hate that.
You just see her just like coming at you, and you're just like, oh no.
No, that is that. I agree with the co-star. That is assault, my friend. No, that there's few things. I'd rather be slapped as hard as possible than lightly bit.
I think both of them get you punched.
Yeah. What's the is that show like popular?
Cobra Kai?
Still?
Well, they took old Ralph Macchio and they put him in the new Karate Kid movie that supposedly got good reviews. But like it was so cheesy, it was good.
So it was basically if you were a Gen Xer or raised in the 80s.
It started as
loved it.
YouTube's first series. They were trying to break into the streaming game, and that was
it started on YouTube?
Yeah, and then YouTube decided like
that.
we don't need to get into this. We're rich enough, I guess. And then Netflix picked it up, and it's the fact that it was the whole Instagram thing where it was who was really the bad guy? Was it, what was his name?
Like it's
was it Johnny?
Is he really the bad guy here based on
So basically then it shows the life of him, and he's just shambles himself. The acting is god awful, but
I can't
so
imagine.
good.
He still looks like an absolute 80s action movie villain.
He's the old guy.
Oh my God! There's 6 seasons of Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, it was glorious.
Man,
What are
we doing here? What are we doing? Orlando pick in 25. God, if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan and you're just sitting here thinking, "Hey, we got back-to-back picks. I hope Orlando doesn't take
in the late 20s."
I actually like this pick for Orlando, a team that has
Potential
championship aspirations. That's a sick ass old Shaq jersey. Is that a Shaq jersey? It looked like a
24.
32.
That's Mamba.
No, that was the late. I was talking about the pinstripe Orlando Magic one.
Yeah.
Jace Richardson. This is a good pick. NBA pedigree. His dad was the slam dunk champion, Jason Richardson, on those Warriors teams.
Mm-hmm.
Perpetually underachieved until they beat the 1 seed Mavs.
Yeah. That's not a bad one.
The unfortunate thing about that Warriors team, like growing up, up in North Texas, I felt like I had to hate them because they ruined Dirk's MVP career or MVP season, and they beat the Mavs in the first round, and then Dirk has to accept the MVP trophy after they had lost the first round series as a 67-win 1 seed.
Yeah.
And so everyone hated those Warriors teams, but I was secretly like, yeah, but Baron Davis is pretty sick, y'all. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun watching him dunk on fools, even when it's Eric Dampier he's dunking on. Yeah. But
okay, and then what was it? They asked
young Matt Barnes.
They asked LeBron.
There's Jason Richardson
about about Cooper Flag going to the Mavericks. And, of course, this is why no one likes you, LeBron. Flag.
What do you say? There's a reason there hasn't been a white American drafted number 1 in 40 years.
No, Flag has the benefit, unlike myself, he gets to join a team that's established with Hall of Fame guys.
He made it about himself. So I had to get drafted by my hometown team where all the pressure was on me. I had to play with Larry Hughes and Boobie Gibson and Danielle Marshall. They had Big Z, Ilgauskas. I mean, is Ilgauskas a Hall of Famer?
No.
It's basketball. I would assume I don't think he is.
Someone needs to be slapped if Ilgauskas is a Hall of Famer.
I mean, it could be for the same way
that's like saying Tiago Splitter is a Hall of Famer.
Well, Ilgauskas had a way better foreign. Ilgauskas played 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not 10. 5 years before moving over. I mean, he was a 20-13 dude in Europe before being selected with the 20th overall pick by the Cavs.
Yeah, and here's a good one. Oh, me and my constant battle with AI and Chat GPT. They did a mock draft. The Chat GPT came out with what the draft order was going to be.
Oh, for tonight?
For tonight.
Oh, let's hear how close it was. I have it.
Let's run it back.
Okay,
man.
I have it right here. I would assume. Let me guess where Chat GPT gets it wrong. I bet number 8 is the first one they get wrong. No, because Ace Bailey probably I bet number 5 is the first one they get wrong. So Flag at 1.
You're close.
Okay.
Very close.
Harper at 2.
Yep.
Edgecombe 3.
Yep.
Got it. Knipple 4.
Yep.
I would expect Bailey 5?
But didn't Knipple go?
No, Knipple went 4th.
Okay, so you were right.
Who did ChatGPT have as 5?
It had the Utah Jazz going Malak.
Malawash, the Duke kid. Yeah, the fact that he dropped to 10 was
weird.
That's probably the biggest drop. I mean, Ace Bailey dropping from potentially 3 to 5. That's nothing. Malawash dropping from potentially 5 or 6 to 10.
Yeah.
God, in Toronto, man, if you're a Raptor fan, you took Murray Boyles over Malawash.
Yeah,
and Derek Queen.
Okay, then they got Ace Bailey at Washington.
Okay, so it just knocked him down one spot. So I bet they had Trey Johnson 7.
Yep.
Yeah, because Jeremiah Fears, everyone's dropping a spot, and then Fears 8th.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I mean that. If I had predicted
this is scaring me, man. This is scaring me.
Who did they have the Spurs take at 14? What did
Chat? Oh, you want to keep going?
Yeah. Who'd they 8 would have been Brooklyn.
Yep.
Jeremy
Fears.
Oh, that was Fears. Yeah. And then 9 Toronto.
Yep. Thomas Sobor.
Oh, the Georgetown kid who didn't end up going till 15.
Wow. Then the Houston Rockets got Colin Murray Boyles.
Okay, so it wasn't that far off. Man, I'm just not as big on Murray Boyles. I probably will be incredibly, incredibly wrong about that, and he might end up being the 3rd best player in this draft. But
the Trailblazers, Derek Queen.
Okay.
Chicago Bulls, Noah Essengal.
Oh, so it got that one right actually at 12
from Germany.
The French kid, yeah.
Yeah. Ready show formed Germany. I guess that's where he played.
Yeah, he played for a German team.
And then
so 13.
The Germans.
Yeah. The Atlanta Hawks got Nolan Treror. I guess that's the other French guy.
Yeah, that was that French point guard who ended up going 19th. And then 14th.
Asa Newell.
Oh, Asa Newell,
who
fell all the way to 23. That was the kid from Georgia.
Yeah, and that's all he gave me, up to 14.
Well, I think the question here is, as far as the Spurs are concerned, what is the next domino to fall? Because they got to have they need another big man. You've got a log jam at multiple positions in the backcourt and at the 3. If you're adding a big man to the roster, you're also running short of roster spots.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It still feels like because as currently constructed, this is not your 45-win team like you want it to be. Like, there are still, not saying it can't get there, but there are still considerable holes in the roster that need to be addressed at some point this summer. And the easiest route to doing that feels like moving some combination. They love Barnes, and I get it. I mean, I completely get it. The numbers is solid for what he contributes. He's an absolute professional, a great guy for the young kids to learn from, a former top 10 pick himself.
Yeah.
That's why I think
Ben Sarif.
Oh, there's the Israeli
Brooklyn.
point guard.
The Jewish kids
he's going to
wild.
Brooklyn.
Come on, why are you showing the Jewish kids, dude?
Man, that's great though, because
ESPN.
When Kyrie was a Brooklyn Net, he tweeted out the
Holocaust was fake or something?
No, I don't think it was. It was the Holocaust was fake. I think it was like a like a Black Hebrew.
Man, this guy's got like a little
something.
Ginobili style game.
No, he's very herky jerky.
Yeah,
a lot of flailing.
Reckless abandonment.
Yeah. We'll see what the ceiling is.
For Brooklyn.
Yeah. So Brooklyn at 26, sitting. So we got 3 picks left. 27. No, we have 4 picks. Come on, Brooklyn. Just make them both back to back. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get it.
I'm about ready to say.
And then we got, I'll give you another one. The D-bag of the day. This guy out of Chicago, south side of Chicago White Sox.
Is he related to the Pope?
Started heckling one of the Arizona Diamondbacks infielders
about
his dead mother.
Yeah, that was.
And he started crying on the field. And now he's got a permanent ban.
From every stadium.
Every stadium. He is not allowed to MLB.
Okay, can I?
How are you going to do that? You get D-bag of the day, sir.
There are multiple things here. Did what he do, is it absolutely awful, despicable, inexcusable? Yes, all of those.
Absolutely.
Does he deserve to be banned from the Arizona Diamondback? Or I guess it was in Arizona. Does he deserve to be, or it was against Arizona, but does he deserve to be banned from the Astros Stadium for that?
Yeah.
No, that's
dick. You're a dick.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're banned from every baseball stadium in America just because you're
you raising
jerk.
arms saying like freedom of speech.
Kinda. I mean, I think
got
that's
kids around you, man.
Sure, but
if I get kicked out of Fiesta, Texas for wearing a Lakers suck shirt.
Well, that's again, like I don't like that censorship either. But you can't tell me the outfield bleachers at Yankee Stadium are wholesome for the whole family. Like I think it's massive.
Your mom died. Yeah, no.
Okay, and the other thing,
you deserve to go and don't ever come back.
The mom passed away in like 2017. So why are you even bringing that up? First of all, because that's like it's not like it was recent. Like you did your research to come up with that. Like he's an absolute jerk. I completely agree.
Absolute D-bag.
But when I read that he was banned from every stadium in MLB, I just thought,
first off, how many ticket holders and how do you enforce that?
It makes me.
There's no way to enforce it.
Facial scan recognition at every stadium, and he gets caught. No,
there's no way to enforce that.
I think he could still absolutely go to a game in Philadelphia and wouldn't have a problem.
It's more of a. I think it's a posturing statement. But it's like also like, man, show some respect for the players. Yes, you can sit there and be like, oh, you missed that ball. You suck.
Soft.
You know what I'm saying?
Soft. We used to be a country. We used to be a country that stood on our
make fun of
morals.
dead mothers.
Dude, go attend a European soccer match and tell me that you don't hear things 10 times.
Oh, I'm not saying, they're racist as hell.
Yeah.
But you hear the N-word like it's just no other.
Again, go to a Red Sox game in Boston.
Yeah.
Sit out. It's like, it's not, I think it's just, the story went viral. It caught a foothold. And they felt like they had to respond so heavily that they would get the publicity back on their side of, MLB, we're the good guys. It's all posturing.
But it's posturing the good sense, man. Like, come on, man. Don't be a total dick.
Sure, but kick him out of the game that night. Tell him you're not allowed back at a game the rest of the season, but we'll welcome you back next year.
What I think
you've lost the privilege to come.
What it gives him the right to do, to where if he does it again, his name's on file. So now they get to charge him, because you don't get to charge anybody for
what's the charge?
Trespassing.
Oh, I thought you meant if he says something again.
No, you can, because in the beginning you cannot charge him on freedom of speech.
Sure.
Now it's trespassing, especially if you go online and be like, "Ha, they kicked me out of the game, but I'm still here."
Well, and we all know, the statistics show that once the cops get involved, everything is going to get better. They took the Michigan kid.
Yeah, Danny Wolf seemed like he's like.
Well, I don't think he expected to be there at 27.
Yeah.
Also, Liam McNeely, the UConn kid from Richardson,
Liam
up in
Neeson's
the DFW area.
Nephew.
I'm shocked. Just based on his shooting ability alone.
Look at the mom. Oh, my God.
She's so happy. And he can't wait. He's trying to get, like, Mom, you're going to make me cry. I got to get out of here. I got to go.
Stop it, Mom.
God, yeah, he looks so relieved.
Oh, man. To be a Brooklyn net, I'd be kind of bummed.
I don't know, man.
I mean, the jerseys are fly.
And you live in Brooklyn. Like, you're getting New York City as your home as a
paying that New York
20-year-old millionaire.
Even though he's probably living in Jersey. Oh, she looks like she's from like Jersey with all that gold on. A lot of trinkets. A lot of trinkets.
I don't know, Danny Wolf. She kind of looked Pacific Northwest to me. She looked like Oregon or
That wasn't Sopranos vibes for you?
Illinois, so close. Chicago vibes.
Oh, okay. I thought it definitely looked East Coast a little bit.
Oh, damn, he's American Israeli as well. I didn't realize he.
Why didn't they show the Jewish kids then? Huh?
Yeah, because.
Huh?
Oh, I forgot about that. He started. He's an Ivy League kid at first. He was the stud at Yale, and then what's his actual? Let's see. Where does he? Team Israel.
Wolf.
Well, from the United States.
Wolf.
Okay.
Wolf.
He's a naturalized Israeli citizen.
Anyone?
Play on the.
You in there, LG?
Well, I think of Spaceballs.
You in there, LG?
Like Barf from Spaceballs.
No, Teen Wolf.
Oh my God!
You don't remember Teen Wolf?
I mean,
when they're calling for the wolf?
I remember it being a movie.
Wolf.
You know what movie? You know what? Speaking of old movies, you know what movie I'm going to watch?
Michael J. Fox himself, man.
A keg of beer.
It's
There
the
it is.
50-year. How do you have that drop? How do you have that?
That was a good
ready?
one, LG. That was a good one.
Jesus Christ! No, it's the 50-year anniversary of Jaws,
Oh, really?
and it's on Peacock. So I think
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
the last. Good God,
He's
dude.
killing it back there. Woke him up. Woke him up.
That is insane. Now I can't think of the last time I've intentionally sat down, watched Jaws from beginning to end.
Really?
No, I mean I've caught it on like TNT or something on AMC.
The very first scene is the most iconic scene there is. The lady swimming in the water and
man.
starts going.
I think
didn't she almost die doing that?
I think a few of them almost did. I think the most iconic scene in Jaws to me is when Quint is doing his monologue about the World War II ship that got torpedoed, and then 2/3 of the crew got eaten by sharks, which is where you
Someone
learn
just
that's
watched
why
it.
he's.
I don't remember that.
What?
I mean, I haven't watched it in a long time.
Oh, see, that's
The iconic scenes. We're gonna need a bigger boat. The one
Yeah.
where they shoot it and they put the 5 things, never 5 or 4 barrels on it. I've never seen 4. You know what I'm saying? Where he goes under when he's not supposed to.
He's not. Yeah.
It's not supposed to go under. You got the girl dying. Then you got the mechanical guy on the back of the boat. The mechanical shark on the back of the boat. That's the iconic ones. And the monologue of him talking about old war stories, and that can go.
Man, that's to me. That's the scene
That
that,
was the acting.
sticks with me.
Okay, so Hugo,
So,
from
Hugo
Spain,
Gonzalez.
yeah, goes to Boston.
You know, it's funny. I think
Seems like they needed someone to play True Holiday, huh?
I think in the most recent Bill Simmons podcast,
Damn,
he
he
was
can-
talking about how he
can
liked
jump out the
Hugo.
building, dude. Look at this kid.
He's got some game to him.
Yeah, Hugo. He's going to a good situation. Not this year, but at least he'll get playing time.
Man, now I might be watching Jaws like tomorrow. Because now I'm thinking of that USS Indianapolis. All right, Boston, get out of the way. We need 2 more picks.
They're gonna, man. If they put a commercial break between these, I'm gonna.
Well, I don't think they're going to, because ESPN now is pissed at the NBA for going 20 minutes over, because this is cutting into their programming block now, and they know no one's watching this anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
All the Clippers fans and Minnesota fans.
however many Suns
Wait.
are left.
It's
just
30 teams, right?
Yeah, we stop it.
And they're only doing first round today, right?
Right, yeah. Tomorrow night, Minnesota will be first on the clock. It'll be interesting to see who the best available player is left after tonight, though.
Man, everybody crying. It was a first-round pick.
I think at this point you're getting guys crying because it's like, I can't believe it took this long to get drafted. I should have listened to my agent.
Lonnie up in here. What'd you think about your pick there, Lonnie?
Oh, is that the Suns fan?
Yeah, the Suns fan. Yeah.
Dude, if you compare what the Suns gave up for Durant and what they got from Houston in the trade, it just makes the deal look so much worse. Just the whole Phoenix experiment of the last 2 years.
He said he's like 20 seconds ahead of us. Yeah, because we're streaming, Lonnie. We cut the cord in LG's house.
I like how you're giving him duh, you idiot. Do you not know?
Dumb.
Do you not understand
Spending
technology?
money you shouldn't have, Lonnie.
All right, let's get. We got 2 picks left in the draft. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways. How's the reading material? Oh,
I cannot believe how much she has read.
Up. 132. What'd you start on? 1? Oh, you started the book tonight on stream? Oh, that's spectacular. Good Lord, 132 books or pages.
I would have fallen asleep on myself. I got the Costanza. I got the Costanza where it was like my inner monologue is this sultry voice.
By hour 5, 2/3 of the men were gone. I stared the shark in the eye.
Oh my God!
I can't remember.
I stared. It looked at me. I looked and it saw.
All right, if we hit 500, when we hit 500, if we do it before the end of July, I will do the entire Quint monologue from Jaws on an episode. I can't believe you don't remember it.
We're going to need some backlighting and some, a green screen there, Lawrence. We need some of that because I don't.
Japanese submarine.
He has to do it with puppets.
Slam 2 torpedoes into our side, Chief.
Not just.
We was coming back from the island. Just delivered the bomb, the Hiroshima bomb.
You better hold it there.
1,100 men went into the water.
We're talking marionette puppets.
Vessel went down in 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Didn't see the first shark for about a half an hour.
Sir.
Tiger.
Sir.
13-footer.
We're going to get copyright infringed.
LG, can we get copyright infringed for me quoting a movie?
No.
Okay, we're safe. Man,
even that good of a version of it, that excellent Academy Award-winning version.
I'm glad you recognize my talent. Thank you.
I felt
Thank
the
you.
emotion through the headphones.
I need to watch it again and get the exact mannerisms down, and then we'll do marionette puppets.
You gotta really smoke some stoves. Get those heaters going.
Yeah, Quint
to
had,
get that rasp.
What was that guy?
That rasping voice.
What was that actor's name? Because he was an in real life he was a drunk.
Oh, of course.
And multiple scenes had to be postponed or reshot because he was drunk. Yeah. During the filming, but he actually was a veteran. He
had
delivered
that 100-yard stare.
Yeah, he delivered the line quite well. Robert Shaw was that dude's name.
He's killed some people.
I think, as Chris Christopherson once said, I think he got paid by his government to kill people.
Yeah.
And until you've done that,
him and Bob.
Don't you tell me what I can and can't do. That's what Christopherson told Toby Keith one year when they were at Willie's picnic. When Toby Keith, right in the height of "we'll put a boot in your ass," Toby Keith,
Yeah.
And Toby Keith told Chris Christopherson, "Hey, I don't want to hear none of that liberal yuppie shit out on stage." And Christopherson said, "Boy, have you ever been paid by your government to kill a man?" And it's a great story. It's a great story.
Him and Bob Ross in a bunker hole.
I would feel quite defended, quite safe with.
You safe?
Hell, Chris Christopherson was a badass. Chris Christopherson crash landed a helicopter in Johnny Cash's backyard to deliver Sunday morning coming down. It was a great episode of Drunk History.
Are you reading his wiki right now?
No, I'm on Robert Shaw's wiki now because I was looking to see. What else he. What else?
So
he
it
did.
looks like the. New Orleans, is that the Charlotte? Oh, that's Charlotte. I thought it was the Pelicans.
Pelican.
So the Phoenix traded their pick to the Charlotte Hornets, and it looks like we going
This is
to
that Mark Williams trade. Hey, McNeely.
McNeely, the Irishman.
So
Here's
the
a potato.
Hornets-
Here's a potato for you.
So the Hornets are gonna get Liam McNeely.
Oh, he likes those girls. Dick, or that might be his sister.
They don't seem to share facial features, do they?
Is that? I was like, I swear to God, I thought that was Amani Jones.
That's racist.
Bro, tell me that man doesn't look like Amani Jones.
Bomani,
my bad.
I don't know. He might look like Imani.
That was a soft B.
Or
soft B.
the Cleveland Cavs G Leaguer Amani Bates.
Look at my man wearing a bucket hat up in there. Bro, you got to be a G to wear a bucket hat up in the draft.
So the Montverde team last year or 2 years ago with Cooper Flag on it. Liam McNeely was on that team too, and they went undefeated, won the national championship, and they arguably the Montverde, they had arguably the best high school starting five ever.
Oh wow.
Especially now when you see who else, where else I think Asa Newell might have been on that.
Shot maker.
No, it was Derek. It was okay. Their starting five was Cooper Flag, who went number 1, Derek Queen, who went 13th, right? Something like that.
No, he went early.
13th. Derek Queen was 13th. Asa Newell, who went 23rd, and then Liam McNeely, who just went 29th, and then Robert Wright III was the other starter. So, that high school team from 2 years ago had 4 dudes drafted tonight after one. Oh, that's the kid from Baylor. He went to Baylor. Robert Wright III did. I didn't realize he was on that Montverde team. I think he transferred to BYU now, but dude, just imagine. I mean, I know it's a prep academy, but having 4 dudes get drafted in the first round that all played on the same high school team together.
Well, I mean, they're the all high school team.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. It's prep. They were the best team in America, but rarely do you get
and the best genetics. You can't help that Cooper Flag looks like a grown ass man at 18.
Well, and especially that year at Montverde, he was 16, turning 17.
Yeah.
So even younger.
Oh man, and we got the last pick, the Clippers. Oh man, have you seen? They're doing a documentary. They did this series with Sweet Al Bundy. Someone put in the chat this time of year in Polk High history. 3 for 4 touchdowns.
Oh my God!
But anyway, at Al Bundy, Al Bundy was the owner of the Clippers, the one that was all racist and everything.
Oh yeah,
Sterling,
that movie. Donald Sterling. Yeah.
So now they're coming out with a documentary, and it shows actual clips of the young Clipper team. Like with DeAndre Jordan and Blake
Griffin,
and going to the all-white parties and how awkward they were, and how he just basically had them like little show ponies and stuff like that.
Do you remember
It is the most cringiest thing you've ever seen, dude.
Do you remember what Donald Sterling said about Magic? She was like, "Why?" He was asking her, "Why do you have to talk to Magic? Why do you have to sit by?" No, he didn't call him Magic. He called him Irving. Why do you have to sit by Irving? He has AIDS. It's like Donald Sterling was off. But her bee catcher hat that she wore.
Bro, she was certifiable dumb and insane. Did you watch that series?
No, not the remake. I watched one episode and I thought it's
not good. It's one of those things where each episode
I couldn't stick with it.
Well, the acting was supposed to be spot on from the people, and it's just each episode you're just it cannot get worse, man. It cannot get worse.
Just wait till next week, because I would assume It kept getting worse. That would be my guess. Oh, the pick is in. We have a final pick. We'll take this final pick, and then we will get the F out of here.
Yeah, we have done our longest show. Nah, even when I'm in the room.
Yeah, this does beat the other night when we went like 2:15 with just me and LG.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, we're getting a Liam McNeely interview. Oh, okay, Kendrick, give us some expert analysis on this 30th pick in the draft.
He's like going to your grandmother's barbecue.
You know, it is
Everyone's
interesting.
fed.
The 3 names on that Jay Billis best available all would be great picks for the Spurs tomorrow if they can move. It makes it. It's interesting, you know, because the Spurs had the 38th pick, which would have been the 8th pick tomorrow night, but they traded it because, again, like I was saying, they're just running out of cap or roster spots. So when they traded 38, that kind of made me think they might be moving 14 too to move back, like I was saying earlier, because 38 would have been a spot where I thought, like, you could have gotten Fleming, you could have gotten the Stanford center, you could have even Kalkbrenner, the Creighton kid. I would like him less than the first 2, but you know, Kalkbrenner was defensive, you know, Big East Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. He's legit 7-footer with defensive instincts. Might be a guy worth trading back into the second round tomorrow night if he slides. But I just don't think they're not committing a roster spot to a second round pick. As many first-round picks as they have coming up.
I mean, if we got Bam out of value, come on now.
I don't think you'd be comfortable with the price Miami would want. I mean, it's definitely
Vassell, Keldon. We'll give him for the 14th pick.
Oh, I think for Bam, you're giving up. That's where Sohan is non-negotiable. He's in it.
Oh,
you're going Vassell, Sohan, and multiple, you know, probably 3 first-round picks minimum. Really, more like 4.
Would you do that for
5.
Bam?
No, because I don't think he moves the needle enough to make you an instant,
like where he's the number 5.
Yeah, I mean it would be nice. You know, I worry the De'Aaron Fox is all. Oh, who'd they take? Who was it?
Oh,
Niederhauser. Isn't that the bad guy from Animal House? That's the big Penn State center. Yeah.
And on that note,
LG. I think we're ready to end with Niederhauser.
The Germans.
Oh, the first round pick in Penn State history. So we have history made tonight.
Yannick.
In the 2025 NBA draft. If you want to follow along with us on social, I am on X at Biggest Puma. On Instagram, biggest.puma.
On Instagram, the Captain 210.
LG, shout out to the great LG for running the operations tonight. As always, we will be back next week, Monday night live. Same time, same place. Till then, y'all be good. Be safe.
And
Peace.
The roommate's going to give us a little quip
Who
on
won the
book.
internet coming back? Right. Later, y'all.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only say